Hey, what's up, everybody? GG is back for some more Construction Simulator. I hope everyone is having themselves a fantastic day. Sounds like Jack's having a little bit of road rage. To be expected when you're a truck driver, that's for sure. And it's getting some snow and everything else out there, aren't you? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, no reason people can't do 80 miles an hour down the side of a mountain in the snow. It's ridiculous. Yeah, we can all go 80 miles an hour down the hill. It's just, you know, trying to make the corners at the bottom or slowing down for a light or a stop sign. Because they always put them in the worst spots. Always. As always, thank you so very much to all my early birdies there for coming in. There we got Bud, Jack, Karsten. You guys are awesome and amazing. Thank you so very much for coming in and smacking that like button. It does feed the algorithm, whereas definitely needs to be fed. Wow, yeah, no, the channel is a bit of a slump lately. Not appreciating that, YouTube. Come on now, I don't like shorts, never have, never will. Why are you penalizing us channels who aren't in the thrill of these shorts? I tell you. But main recipe calls for, hey Charlotte, 2 cups of sugar, 3 Snicker bars, and 4 Hershey bars, and I use the giant Hershey bar. Oh my God, I can just feel me having to loosen a couple rungs on my belt from eating one of those. Just one of those. Wow. Yeah, actually, junk food lasts a long time at my house. We're not real big, or I'm not a real big junk food eater. Kiddo, same thing with him. Not a big junk food eater either. Man, this has got to be like the lightest sinus cold I've had in the world, or I'm getting allergies to something in the winter. I don't know. I wake up, I'm all stuffy and just like, ugh. Speaking of waking up, I didn't get up until 4 p.m. today. This not being able to sleep sucks, and I think it's got a lot to do with my ear, with all the electrical buzzing and whatever they call it, paresthesia, I think they call it, driving me nuts. What is that sound in the background? Hold on. There we go. The game was open. That's why. I hope everybody's enjoying their dinner. I have 1 corn dog left, but I'm probably going to start sneezing if I eat it, so I'm going to hold off on that for a little bit. As always, the game is open to multiplayers, so if anybody wants to join in, just let me know. I can get you the informations in the Discords, get you in the voice chat, and we can get ourselves rocking. But we got 10 seconds left. Get a drink, get your snacks, get our butts in the company's position so we can kick back, relax, unwind, and enjoy today's show. Death by chocolate? Really? It's a cake? I did not know that. Oh, I was not aware of that. All right, let's jump into the game. Alright, so once again, I've gone out and I've rented the car. Yeah, it's a little bit of a waste of money, but it's kind of nice to have those milestones here. I'll show you those. Right over here. Regularly rent construction machines from the vehicle dealer, and after a while, he'll give you ever-increasing discounts. So currently we got a 24% discount, and we're at 412 of 432 hours, so we're just going to go ahead and leave that out in the yard, and we'll have some fun with it. Yeah, just found a hole to hide in. Nice. Just bury yourself under the covers for the rest of the night and just, well, after you eat, of course. We all got to eat. So we are on Urban Spaces, a shopping mall. Oh, I thought I was doing the park today. Well, whoops. My bad. Alright, so shopping spree. In order to boost the local economy, a new mall has been talked about for quite some time. Now, the building complex, with enough space for many stories, is finally to be built. Perfect. Alright, let's change that to a high setting. And let's do this. I thought for sure we were doing the park. I'm going to have to change all that around. Hold on. Over here, edit. I guess we're doing the... mini mall. Alright, well... I'm going to have to reach out to my sister tonight and let her know that I need a new thumbnail. I got one for the park. I don't have one for the mini mall. Whoops. Cross between a Mustang and a DB7. Gotcha. Yeah, it's a Dubstang. Oh, man. That's okay. All right. Whoops. All right. I was tired 2 days ago when I told my sister I needed a thumbnail. Well, with that being said, let's just pop out of the car and fast travel to the location, which is right here. Oh, it's not that far away. We're building the mall. And I thought we were doing the park. Oh well. Oh yes, I remember this one. We did this one with the Deuster. That's right. Yeah, Deucebone and I started it, and then Deuce and I finished this one. There we go. Let's talk to the mayor.
The locals have wanted a shopping mall here for a long time. Being able to take care of bulk shopping centrally without having to drive all over town might also help reduce the high emission levels. In addition, residents should feel more at home in their district. I want to show them that the city won't spare any expense in rapidly implementing even major projects. Shopping malls don't just offer places to shop, they also create new jobs. The construction plans have already been green-lighted, and I can't imagine a better company for this big job than yours.
Well, yeah, we are the greatest, so why wouldn't you call us? All right, got to remove some topsoil. We can do that. Yeah, the Dubstang. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I'm not. Oops, wrong button. I'm not. I've got two. How do I have two? Interesting. Interesting. I only rented the one. All right, game. All right, let's get some music back on. Weird. Okay. All right. If we got two, we got two. Interesting. Yeah, it's a nice little car. You can drive around with it pretty well. It's not like you know, a racing machine or anything along those lines. Let's see, what do we want to do here? Let's do this. So we got to remove all this lovely topsoil. Easy enough, easy enough. So how's everybody's day gone so far? I woke up at 4 o'clock. Well, it was like 4:15 when I woke up. My dentist appointment was at 5:15, so I went to the dentist, got another new splint. This one actually fits pretty well, so I'll find out how effective it is over the next week or so, which will be nice because hopefully it'll help with this electricity running in my ear. It's driving me batty. I can see why people start going insane when they have tinnitus. I mean, I have a small case of the tinnitus, just not that bad. Having one of those days there, Jack? Having one of those days. You know, it's always the first 2 months after snow and everything else that people, you know, just don't know how to drive. They're either, you know, too aggressive or they're too cautious. Not much you can do about it until, you know, everybody starts getting into the swing of things. I mean, being professional drivers, you know, us being out on the road and everything all the time, we're just, you know, it's just another day, right? Whereas a lot of these people, they only drive for, you know, half an hour to 2 hours worth of their life in a day. You know, when you average it all out. So, I can understand why some of these people who don't drive very often get a little bit freaky-deaky about snow and that, but I wish that there was other companies that were out there, or driver's license, you know, testing and everything else that, you know, got it so that way they were more confident in their abilities to drive in the icky, icy, snowy weather. Sheen's still a bit ticker higher than me. Okay, 1 second. Here, we'll try that. The dozer always seems to be a little bit louder than me for some reason. Now, I've got my microphone completely maxed out, I believe. Let me just triple check that. Let me just go over to the settings here. Let's go advanced audio properties. Let's see if I can bring that up about 5 extra decibels. How about now? Am I a little bit louder now? Hopefully that works out for you. I've increased by 5 decibels. That's using the OBS software. That's not on my mixer. My mixer is, yep, my mixer is completely maxed. My Windows settings for it are completely maxed. So, yeah, it's about the best I can do. Minivan or a Lexus. You know, I can't disagree with you on that after the little incident I was involved with the other day there. God damn it. Yeah. You know, if that person in the Lexus had seen that we were all, you know, trying to avoid this Corolla, then she wouldn't have come around in the corner, or wouldn't have come through the roundabout. She would have stopped earlier and she wouldn't have gotten her front end completely crunched in. I've noticed though that they've shut that particular roundabout down at the moment. You can't go down it at the moment. I'm guessing it's because was more than just our little three vehicles, or three vehicles that needed towing, and mine just needed a tug. So I'm guessing there was more incidences that happened. I'm booming. Oh, okay. Hold on. There we go. I'll turn it down a little bit more. Or turn it down using the mixer software. Hopefully it's not, what's the word I'm looking for? Not peaking. Because I can't see my equalizer at the moment. I should be good though. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Whee! Bob, how you doing, my man? How you doing? I hope you've enjoyed your winter so far. God. Canada. Only 7 more months left. Then we'll be into the good weather. Oh, gotcha, bud. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That and people who are on headphones probably would notice quite the differences in it too. Always try to keep good sound quality. So how you doing, Bob? Nice to see everybody in the later evenings. Yeah, normally I do a 3 o'clock stream time, but yeah, my sleep has just been so bastardized lately. It's unbelievable. Like, for example, this morning, my brother ended up going back onto his next hitch, yeah, out in the oil field and everything else, so he left at 6:30 this morning, and I was up like, hey, how's it going, bro? And he's like, why aren't you in bed? I'm like, I just can't sleep, dude. And I do sleep. I sleep for about 30 to 40 minutes, that's it. And then I lay there for like 2 hours and say, okay, I gotta get up. I gotta get my brain off of not being able to sleep or something. Driving me batty. It's like, why can't I sleep? Not like I drink coffee, so there's I'm not doing any stimulants or anything else. I haven't had any CBDs or THCs here in about, like 3 weeks. Well, definitely 3 weeks for the THCs. Haven't had any CBDs in a week or so. Yeah, no, there's no stimulants or anything else. Yeah, well, not that I'm pissed at the world or anything. It's just I'm laying there just like, why am I not getting to sleep? I'm not tired, you know, like my ears driving me crazy, you know. It's like I've tried changing different pillows around and stuff like that to see if that helps with my jaw and that, but no, I mean, it's, you know, constantly this electrical tingling sensation the entire time. Driving me bloody bonkers, it is. I'm not a fan of it. It can go away at any point in time now. I think they call it paresthesia, is when you get that weird tingly thing. But it's coming from definitely coming from the joint. So yeah, when they did the MRI and everything else, they came back. It's like, yep, there's no signs of stroke or clotting or yada yada yada, you know, that type of stuff. So Like, all right, that's good. That's good. They found, like I said, the white matter signals, you know, but what can I do? Oh, dude, that sucks, Clyde. Yeah, man. Oh, I live with daily brain fog, and boy, does it ever mess with your daily routines. Just, I don't know how many times I've done something stupid, like I'll put the maple syrup in the fridge instead of the cupboard, or milk. I'll put the milk in the cupboard instead of the fridge. You know, it's like, why'd I do that for? I know that milk goes in the fridge. And of course, you don't catch it till like 2-3 hours later, and the milk's kind of warmed up. It's like, oh great, this isn't going to last till the expiry date. I guess I need to put this in the fridge and you know, drink it within the next couple of days before it turns. Yeah, definitely. I feel for you on that, man. As long as the pineapple doesn't end up on the pizza. Hey, I'm Canadian, and apparently that's where that all started. But, if I were to order a pizza, I wouldn't put pineapple on it, period, anyway. I'm not a big fan of ham. For some reason, ham either agrees with me or it don't. Sometimes I'll eat ham and I'll have headaches for days. Don't know why. It just does not agree with me. And other times I could eat like a whole bloody, like a whole ham type thing and be absolutely fine. It's weird. Oh man, that sucks. That sucks. Well, hopefully it'll be the last surgery and you won't have to get any more done. Go through enough trauma and everything else, losing the limb, let alone having to go through all the constant surgeries afterwards. You know, hopefully it's something that once it's taken care of, it's done. You know, he doesn't have to worry about, you know, going back in for further treatments and no sign of infections or anything. Got 3 pounds of maple glazed honey smoked turkey breast before heading out. Oh, nice. So you're talking about like the deli meat style? Or are you actually talking like the actual honey smoked turkey breast, like the whole big piece itself? Because I mean, 3 pounds. That'd be what, 2 full-size turkey breasts. So yeah, that would be 2 meals for me. I eat, like I say, usually just once a day, later in the evening, and when I do eat, I eat a lot at once, in one sitting. I eat quite a bit. Not like, you know, like these competitive or professional food eater dudes or anything like that, or ladies. I'm not trying to discriminate. But yeah, when I do sit down to eat, I eat quite a bit. You love the pineapple on the pizza, Bob? You know, to each their own. My ex, she absolutely loved Hawaiian pizza. That was the only pizza that she would eat / purchase if we were to buy any. But I've made tons of Hawaiian style pizzas in my lifetime. Made tons of those. I'm just not a big fan of it. What is it? Is it bromic acid or something like that? I can't remember what's in the pineapple. But well, it's the same thing now that they use for people really bad burnt victims. Before they used to just literally tear and rip the dead burnt skin off your body. Now they have this this chemical that's made from like the bromide in pineapple that they can put onto you. This paste slowly dissolves away all the dead skin and everything. I've been told that it's much more humane, that a lot more nurses are able to keep their shit together, because I mean, you try imagine, you know, taking care of a burnt child, you know, who's screaming because you're pulling dead burnt skin off of them and stuff, right? So apparently their mental health is greatly increased because of this. 25% chance it'll help prolong his life. Oh, gotcha. So necrosis. Gotcha, bud. Gotcha. Bone! How you doing, my man? As you can see, I got the links going on up in the Streamlabs there for you, Bone. One thing I was noticing, do you have a playlist just for Season 1 and Season 2 of A Walk with Ghosts? The only playlist that I could find was all the audio dramas all together, so I got just Season 1, or sorry, Season 2, Episode 1 put up on the timers for now. I was going to reach out to you later on tomorrow, if I'm ever awake while you're awake, I tell you. Sleep has not been my friend lately. Been battling my pillows for sleep. Caveman thinks it's hilarious when I say that. Been battling your pillow, Dad? Like, I just can't get to sleep, dude. Huh. No separate playlist? Okay. Alright, well, if you do it, let me know, and I will definitely get that hooked up in the timers. You never see this block? What'd you do? Did you block it or something? What? Actually, no, I don't think you can. Being a moderator, if you're to block it, I think it blocks it on the whole channel. Yeah, your sleep's all over the place too, Bob? Aw, man, sorry to hear that. Nothing makes us more grumpy than busted up sleep, that's for sure. No, I like when I can, you know, get my usual 4 to 6 hours per day unbroken sleep. You know, that's what gives me the best quality of life. Weird. Yeah, it's just that you're so used to seeing them probably pop up that, you know, your brain no longer acknowledges that it's there. Let's take a look and see how much we got left. Oh, alright. Well, apparently we have some work to do, Lucy. Actually, hold on, let's go over to the other side. Came all the way back here, and yeah, I should probably start over here. Yeah, I have it set for, I think, every... I think it's every 15 minutes, I think, for that particular timer. I try not to flood the chat out. I've visited some people's live streams, and it's like every third line is a chat, and I'm disgusted by it. Like, oh, God. No. Be interactive with your people, not your bot. Yeah, you humans and your sleep thing. Humans. Where'd I get that one from? You humans. What the... Brain's telling me I know that particular reference. What is it? Oh, I remember now. Yeah. The Ferengis. Humans. That's right. From Star Trek. You humans. Yeah, Bud's got it. Yep, the Ferengi. Didn't see much of them in Star Trek Next Generation, but they were on Deep Sleep 9, weren't they? Yeah, the guy, he owned the gambling casino thingy or whatever it was there. I'm gonna have to watch that again. I've watched, started watching Next Generation, but that lasted about 6 episodes, and I haven't been back to really watching TV. I've watched a few movies. Oh God, we watched that Hocus Pocus 2. Watched that with my sister at her place there on Halloween night while she was watching the dogs, and I was handing them candy and such. Unfortunately, her mother-in-law, her husband's mom, isn't doing so well, so he went out to go visit her in Ontario. She's 102, I think it is now. Because, yeah, during the COVID, she had her 100th birthday, so yeah, she'd be like 102 right now. Nice lady, just sharp as a whip last time I saw her, which was about 5 years ago. She was out for her visit. You've only watched the originals? They all have 3 ears, a left ear, right ear, and a final front ear. Yeah, I guess there's another new show. I know that Picard came out, but I guess there's yet another new Star Trek that's come out. I guess pissed a lot of people off, or what they did with the Klingons or something weird. Did he really, Bob? Or Bud? I did not know that. You haven't watched Next Generation, Bob? Oh man, out of all of them so far, I think that Next Generation's been the best. I watched a little bit of Picard, but I did a Q marathon, I guess is the best way to put it. watched all the episodes that Q was involved with. And so that went from Star Trek Next Generation to, there was one episode I think on Deep Sleep Nine. There was I think 1 or 2 on Voyager, and then I think there was like 2 or 3 on Picard that involved that actor. John DeLance. Yep, that's it. Yep. They call it Enterprise. Oh God. Oh man. Enter here. Enter for a prize. Whoa. It's just not the same. Ugh. I went to my Walmart the same day that we had that incident and everything, right? Went to the Walmart and they didn't have any hot chocolate. They only had no name. So I was like, my Costco carries my hot chocolate. And I get there, and they do have the Carnation hot chocolate, but this is called Simply 5. I think it's called just 5 basic ingredients. Like, oh, okay. I like my thick and rich, but apparently they didn't have any of the thick and rich either, so I got this Simply 5, and it's just not the same. And it settles out so fast. Like I'm constantly having to stir it, and then I gotta lick my spoon because I'm at a desk. Actually, I got a plate here with my corn dog on it that I should put onto. Nice, bud, nice. Yeah, I saw the very last episode, I think it was. Because that's, yeah, for reasons. Not going to give away the plot for those who haven't watched it yet. But yeah, John DeLance was in it. Yeah, it's what does Captain James T. Kirk and the toilet paper have in common? They both fight Klingons. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yes and no. You still need to have your cream. You need to have your cocoa powder. You need your water. And then I think they added sugar and something else. I can't remember what the other item was, but when I read it, it was like, oh. Yeah. It was actually the other night, I was yakking at Caveman on a FaceTime call. We were going through all the planets, and he's like, Dad, how many planets are there? I'm like, there's now 8, son. There used to be 9. And he's like, you lost a planet, Dad? Like, yeah, you can thank Neil deGrasse Tyson for it. I had to explain to him how come Pluto is now considered a planetoid, not a planet type thing. And Caveman wasn't quite understanding. I'm like, well, Pluto is just a little bit larger than our moon. So really it should never have been called a planet, but we didn't have really decent telescopes until now to actually really prove that it's not nearly as big as they think it was. And then we even got satellite confirmations and everything else of it over the, through the 70s, 60s and 70s and that. So he now understands why it's no longer a planet, but he's pissed. He's like, it should be a planet. Like, it's okay. Things can change in life, but you gotta roll with it. Nope. I have not seen an update yet, Bone. Same old issues that we had, when we're playing the multiplayers and that. Deuce didn't reach out to me this weekend, so I'm glad that he's getting some of his honey-do list completed. But, so we didn't get to play it all this weekend. But looking forward to, hopefully, I gotta get a hold of the X here and find out what's going on. I probably won't have Caveman here this week just because I do have a bit of a cold. And whatever cold I get, I give him, or whatever cold he gets, he gives me. And I don't want him missing school. So I'll have to see when I can get the next visitation with the kiddo. I'm missing my little dude. Yeah, yeah. How can anything with the word best in it be bad for you? Yeah. Asbestos. Oh yeah, bud. It's crazy how much the planets have moved around and everything else from the point of creation to where they are today. I'm all down with that type of stuff. I used to have the monthly subscription to the astronomy magazines and such. Does it really? I know it's got quite a few objects that it's captured in its orbital path and everything else, but I didn't realize it was that many. Wow. Now I'm going to see. I'll see if there was an update yet. If they've, I hope they don't ever mess with it. But doing the excavations with the dozer is so much easier than using the excavator. Not that the excavator's hard to use in this game or anything along those lines. It's just that, well, heck, I can do this faster with the dozer. I'm going to do it faster with the dozer. There we go. Get some light going on in the game. Any round earthers. Oh man, yeah. I don't understand how some people even could fathom that the Earth isn't round. I mean, just so much mathematics and everything else to prove that, you know, that yeah, we're definitely round. People have sailed around the Earth, you know. I do a lot of article reading, but I'm not so big on TV shows and that, or, you know, everything seems to be so sensationalized. That's probably the word I'm thinking of, you know, like they just make everything so overly dramatic. In the planet, there are inhabitants. And I was like, oh, come on. Not for me. I much prefer to read the scientific papers and such. At least those I can understand. Some of these announcers and stuff on TV, it's like, you know, no offense, ladies, but if you gotta wear 1.5 pounds of makeup, yeah, you're fooling yourself. You're not fooling anybody. Especially now with these 4K TVs and high definition, you can really see the pancake makeup on, you know. It's like, you know, just be yourself. I'm here for the news, not for you. You may be the presenter of it, but yeah, I'm just not interested. He's a witch. Yes, it would be Cloyd. Yep. Reason being for that is because of our mountains and everything else aren't that very high. And it makes sense because of the force of gravity, right? So it's got to press all the way up and everything. But yep, absolutely. How did I not? How is this not completed? Seriously, what is wrong with this machine that it's not pushing everything all the way over? I'm gonna try to clip this side over here and see if we can get all that over to make that make this happy. See if we can pull the 100 out from this, because this is ridiculous. Oh yes, yes, I do enjoy the how it's made shows. Those are pretty cool. I remember when what's his name there? That medalist guy, Mark Tewksbury? Is it Tewksbury, something like that? When he purchased it, when he bought the show, it was one of his best investments, as he calls it. He's like, yeah, I've never made such a great investment as you know, purchasing the how it's made. You only wear 2 pounds of makeup, Charlotte? You know, like, I can understand, you know, people that do wear a lot of makeup and stuff if they're in like say, like acting or something along those lines and that, right? Like I can totally understand that, but for like going out to Walmart and things like that, it's like, do you need 10 pounds of makeup? I mean, I have what I consider a pepperoni face. I get acne all the time. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it, it's just part of the hyperhidrosis issues. But I would never consider wearing makeup, like, even for the streams. I mean, I got like, cyst popping up here again, and, I got like a boo-boo on my nose or my forehead, I wouldn't use any, what do they call it, cover up, or, no, concealer, that's the word. I would never use any of that type stuff to, to hide the fact. It's just like, yeah, life is what it is. That's the way life goes for me, so... I'm just going to see if I can take this and push it all the way off to the other side here. Cheetah thong, flip flops, and a belt. And you're good to go to start mowing the lawn right there, Jack. Yeah, but Bone, you're into acting and everything, right? So I can totally understand that, but not for like everyday, use. Like I said, you go out to Walmart sometimes and it's just like, holy cow. Like, did you leave anything left at the cosmetic counter? Or, some people who just decide to think that, their perfume should be the only perfume that the entire apartment complex or shopping mall gets to smell as theirs. It's like, whoa, you don't need to bathe in the stuff there, people. There are some of us out there that have allergies to this. It's like, if we can say that kids aren't allowed to have peanut butter in school anymore, I think ladies should not be allowed to bathe in their perfume. And that's fine, a travel case is fine. But yeah, no, like my ex, she's like Bone. She's got her own toolbox. It's like, what the hell? You're gonna go out to go play basketball. I mean, you start sweating. Doesn't that shit get in your eyes? Like, isn't that gonna mess up your shot? Like, come on, you don't need to have, when you come back home, all this black rings hanging, drilling down your face and everything, It's like, oh, come on. If you wouldn't have put that stuff on, you wouldn't need to, wash your face for like 20 minutes after you get done your basketball game. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just a guy. I don't have the understanding from that. I've always been somebody who appreciates, people who are comfortable with themselves, not people who are trying to hide themselves, under, 7 pounds of makeup. Ugh. It's like, yeah. I'm not into the clown stuff. I mean, how much of your day has to go into putting on makeup, though? I mean, my ex needed every bit of 45 minutes in the morning just to put her makeup on. I mean, for 45 minutes in the morning, I can shit, shower, shave, have a breakfast, and be on my way to work within that 45 minutes, Like, meanwhile, she still hasn't had her morning coffee, even though I don't drink coffee. She did. Yeah, she hasn't had her morning coffee yet. She hasn't sat down for breakfast or anything else, and it's like, wow, I just could never understand it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I appreciate the thought that, a lady thinks that she needs to do her makeup and everything else for me, but at the end of the day, don't forget the spackle and Bondo. Like, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, when we both go to bed, to me, it's not going, I'm not caring about how much makeup you got on your face. I'm going to see who you are without the makeup anyway. Yeah, I can see it. What did I miss? Oh, I'm on live chat. Hold on. Or I'm on top chat. I need to switch that over to live chat. There we go. Oh, yeah. All of a sudden, 4 messages of yours popped up there, Bob. What is up with that? Someone told me from the highest point on Earth to the lowest point, it's only like 12 miles. Is that it? I know it's not very much, but yeah, I mean, you go down from like the deepest part of the Mariana Trench to like the highest point of the Earth. It's not that big of a of a change. Bob, still not enough. There's a toolbox of makeup for Bone. Well, I could definitely see, like, when Bone was doing the Rocky Horror Picture Show, that, yeah, he would definitely accumulate a lot of makeup, that's for sure. Definitively. Yeah, that's weird, Bob. No, I was on top chat, so as soon as I switched over to live chat, yeah, no, your messages popped up. I don't know. What did you ever do to YouTube for them to piss you off or get pissed off with you, man? Everything was underwater at one point in time there, bud. As far as the scientists think. Anyway, you don't actually have 100% factual information for it. Other than the fact that, yes, they have found marine sediments at the top of Mount Everest. So... But as for, water levels, no, it's not like the water had risen. The actual landmass is what has risen. Oh, come on, 99%. I was hoping that we'd be done. All right, well, let's keep on going. Yeah, YouTube and you have just never really gotten along too well there, Bob. I don't know why. Like I said, I don't know what you did. Shoes are your obsession? Oh, my ex. Okay, I can't say that she had an obsession with shoes. She just had shoes for every day of the week, for every season, for every situation. But it's not like she didn't wear them all, so I couldn't really say too much about that habit, honestly. Like she had, two different types of basketball shoes, indoor, outdoor. Okay, I get it, they're practical. She had, different types of, she had heels, she had flats, she had a whole bunch of, like I said, the shoes that she wore were practical, so I never really could complain too much about that. They all had a reason. But handbags, now that, on the other hand, that was an issue. I cannot believe somebody who needs 15 different handbags and only used one all the time. You played Riff Raff? Nice. Nice. Oh, man. Yeah. That's got to be a lot of fun. I mean, that particular show has got to be a lot of fun for the actors to do. You know what, folks? I'm going to kill this light here for a minute. Yeah, it's driving me bonkers. Hold on. And yeah, that just completely kills it. Okay, I'll get rid of the cam too. Yeah, that is bright. GG don't need bright in his life. The only brightness I need is on the brain fog gets really bad. The car has liver pills. Oh, really, Bob? But even still, I mean, a strike only hurts your unique views, how much YouTube goes out there and shows off your video to new people. Your 4-inch pumps are your favorite, Jack? Oh, I never even thought about all the audience participation and everything else. Yeah, that would be fun for the actors. I mean, it's always nice to see the standing ovations and stuff at the end of a show, but when you can actually get your audience truly involved, that's got to be a blast for the actors. Definitely. I mean, at the same time, there's got to be a lot of people who dress up to go to the show, let alone just the actors on stage wearing all their costumes, right? So, Definitively. Yeah. Tried calling my mom today. She said she was busy. My dad and her were out and about going grabbing a couple of things and everything for a nice special dinner this evening. So she told me to call later on before bedtime. So it's like, oh, okay, well, I could stream. Then I'll make the phone call. First I was going to call my mom. Then I was going to stream. But yeah, well, she let me knew that she was still out and about with dad. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just call back later after I stream. Wish her a happy birthday. Get her thoughts on the walk with ghosts so far. Yeah, the crowd is all dressed up. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. The last time I went and saw Nutcracker Suite in the theater at the Jubilee, there was a few kids that were dressed up like elves, and there was a couple of gentlemen who were dressed up like nutcrackers, and they weren't part of the production. They were just doing it to have fun, and I thought that was fantastic because I had never seen that anytime I've been to the Jack Singer concert hall. So, but the Jubilee, it's a bit bigger of a theater, but it's not as snooty. Jack Singer, you pay for your ticket and you get a free bottle or a free glass of champagne per ticket. So as long as you're 18 and older. During the intermission, they have like hors d'oeuvres and everything else. But Jubilee is just, you can go out and get yourself a, drink of water or soda or something during the intermission. Oh, I could care less about me being introduced into it, man. I know I enjoy all the audio dramas that you've done. That's why I linked the playlist in the Discord there the other day after you mentioned it. It was like, I haven't linked the playlist in a while. I should do that. My part isn't what makes them great, man. It's your creative vision that's making them great. And all the hard work you put into it with all the cast and everything else to get them to a level that's really fun to listen to. Yeah, it's because I'm spreading the dirt all around. So it's all about the surface area. Here, I'll show you. So now pretty much almost everything is green, almost. And so as you can see, just moving the dirt into these little piles here. It does do that. It does change. It'll bounce it from, like you say, 99 down. I've had it drop all the way down to as low as like 85 from the 99% before. Hopefully this should do it. I mean, this is the third go round. I mean, come on, we've been doing this for 50 minutes already. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm in total agreement, Bo. I think Sherlock Holmes would say, well done, sir. Well done indeed. By the time they get things figured out. Yeah, not getting up until 4 o'clock today. That's definitely going to mess my sleep schedule around. I'm almost tempted for me just to say to heck with it and stay up for like 24 hours or something. Maybe that's what I should do. I should go over to my my test playthrough and play a little bit of that this evening or something in order to try to stay up all night and all day. Do my regular stream tomorrow or something. Proper time. I hate not being at my proper scheduled times. I set an expectation for everybody and then I'm not there. I feel like a heel. Alright, let's get this last little bit of this up and out of here. Alright. Let's clear the marked area. Oh, you've added even more since I last saw it? Nice. Nice. Like I said, I don't go in there and I might have the link, but I don't go in when you're not around. It's not my place. It's your masterful creation, so therefore I leave it all to you. So I just hang out with you and go through it and read it and offer my spelling and grammatical checks. That, and it's kind of nice to be surprised too when, you know, it's like if I were to be reading it, you know, once a day or anything else, you know, I don't want to, you know, get to the point where I accidentally let something slip, you know what I mean, in the live stream or anything. So it's just easier for me just to do it that way. It doesn't fix your sleep? You tried that before? Yeah, I did that, you know, a couple times, like in my high school / college years, you know, trying to, you know, get things straightened up and everything. I've always had issues with sleep. But it's all part and parcel of having a chronic pain condition, so. I had to learn about that at an early age. Chronic pain sucks for sleep. Yeah, exactly. I only speak about what's already aired, exactly. That's why I don't tend to, you know, read the script more than when I'm hanging out with you, because I just don't want to do something stupid and, you know, let a cat out of the bag or something along those lines, you know what I mean? Not with all the hard work and everything that you put into it and the opportunities you've given so many amateurs, myself included, in order to be a part of it, so. I'd rather be safe than sorry, that's for sure. About done with vehicles, I was trying to help my cousin out. He bought a truck that the person before him swapped the 350 from a 76. Oh man. Yeah, you know, I was planning on doing a project car with Captain Caveman, like getting a kit, like an electric car kit. And yeah, it turns out that Canada is basically outlawed them. It's like, oh, you pricks. You bastards. It would have been a good little project for the kiddo and I to work on. You know, something that we could just take, you know, a couple years and just put together, you know, type deal. But no. Apparently Canada's got a stick up its ass. That's the best way for me to put it. Oh, you betcha, Nightbone. Dude, take it easy. And I'll check that picture. Sorry, I was going to mention it there, Charlotte. I'll check out the picture in just a minute. I was actually going to do it when I got that last one emptied, but 1 minute. What's left? Okay, just that one side? Alright. Around the outside, around the outside. Alright, let's go take a look over at the Discord. Shoo. Boom. Good picks. Yeah. Just rub it in. Oh, you can't see me moving my hands, so yeah, just rub it in. Oh, that's awesome. Man, we got abandonment issues. It's only an issue when I make it an issue, right? When you get that severe depression kicking in. But yeah, no. Now, thanks for hanging out as always, Bone. I hope you and Clyde are having yourselves, you know, a good time. I know he's working a lot, and you're definitely doing a lot of work when it comes to the A Walk with Ghost seasons and everything. So yeah, I hope you and the kid are having some good times. Come on, 100, please. Ah, man, 98%. Come on. Why you do this to me, game? Like, it shows it's all green. I mean, come on. Can't get any more green unless it's ruby red green. $99. All right, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna back our bus up and do it again. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't do that right now. Minus 20 degrees Celsius out there right at the moment, so it would be well frozen before I get a chance to even get to it. That's the sad thing about Canada. 8 months of the year, we are below freezing temperatures, at least in the zone that I live. See, we went from 99, now we're down to 98. 99. Come on, game. Just give me 100, will you? There we go. Alright. Let's crawl out of this ditch. You can do it. You can do it. There we go. Saskatchewan? Nope, Alberta. Close enough. I'm in the prairie section, and it is cold here all the time in the winter. Like, today I think our high was minus 17 Celsius. And that's, yeah, if you look at the thermometer, it says too cold, go back inside temperature. So, yeah, we always got, we have a permanent ice age going on in Canada. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. Saskatchewan is 827.2 miles north of you. Yep. Yeah, and you know, that 0.2 miles, that makes a huge difference in temperature, I tell you. Whoa, why is this? Wow. Bulldozer is dragging to the left all of a sudden. I know I'm supposed to be spreading to the left, but it was dragging itself way over to the left. I don't know what's up with that. Panama Canal. I've never actually seen the Panama Canal in person. I bet you that's something to really behold. One huge giant ditch linking two enormous oceans together. Oh yeah, I'm digging the Panama Canal right now. Yeah, I never thought of that, but yeah, I guess I could be, couldn't I? But it's a lot nicer than dragging that silly excavator up and down on this thing. Believe it or not, this is going much faster than if I were to use the excavator. It's 25 degrees in Casper. It's warm. I take that I take that weather any day, man. My truck wouldn't complain when I go to start it, even in the garage. Come on, truck, come on, it's going, no, it's too cold, no, 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 fine, you bastard, making me freaking drive in this cold weather. Yeah, my truck is, she's seen some better days, that's for sure. And hopefully once everything gets sorted out with this bloody disability and all that, I can have a little bit of breathing room to be able to slowly start working on it again, so that way she's up and running. I just got the oil with the last payday, so now I can do the oil change on it. And believe it or not, the last time I did an oil change was 8 years ago, but I haven't put even 2,700 kilometers on my truck since then. So it's, the oil itself wasn't too bad for being dirty. Like, you could still see through it. You know what I mean? It hadn't been burnt up or anything like that, but it's just, it was old. Just really old oil. So yeah, definitely glad that I was able to get that purchased with this last round of funding. So it was definitely in need of it. Probably end up doing that this weekend. Get the oil change done. I was hoping for a day when it would only be like -3 or 4 type thing, because, you know, concrete is flipping cold. And the creeper that I've been using for years and years and years and years, well, it finally died. One of the legs well, actually one of the corners that the leg was attached to, or the wheels was attached to, it broke. Just got set down too hard on the edge of the corner and just snapped off where the wheel attaches to the wood. Oh yeah, look up kit cars. Look up kit cars. Yeah, look up Canada and kit cars. It's yeah, you can't do it, man. They will not register it. They will not. You can go to your blue in the face. You can be 100%, just as good as any other car that's out there. But because it hasn't gone through safety crash ratings and everything else, they won't register it. Yeah, I was surprised. There's guys who ended up having their cars taken up to the UK to get them certified, registered, and they had to be there for like 2 years or something like that. And then they imported them to Canada, and that's how they were able to get their cars working here. Because you don't want to piss off the UK. Well, I guess that was in the 90s. All right, back up. Let's see what we got to do here. All right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly there, Jack. Yep, no wedges of cheese for us up here, unfortunately. Yeah, no, Canada's a little sensitive when it comes to the safety policies, I think. Alright, so we want to go to... Where do we want to go? This place, right? Yes. Yeah, Canada is horribly strict when it comes to safety. If you can fit a dime through a rust pocket on your vehicle, you can get a ticket. I thought I said enter. I didn't say... Did I? Whoops, hold on. My bad. Oopsies. What did I do with my vape? Oh, there it is, hiding behind the speaker. Yeah, we have a lot of OSHA issues, that's for sure. Let's try this again. Enter, yay! Yeah, 4,300 in costs. Don't care. Money comes easy in this game. We're at 10K or 10 million already, so yeah. I'm good with it. Alright, so I'm looking for those steel beams. No, I'm talking about a kit car. I'm talking about getting an electric skateboard. Like, that's the base for an electric car. They call that the skateboard, right? Get the electric skateboard and then putting on it the body of the car that he wants. Like, so whether that be like a Shelby Cobra or... like the DB7 or anything along those lines, they have them, right? You can buy those kits. But today's like, nope. Cannot get it registered. You can get it insured, you just can't get it registered. It's just like, oh, come on. Or limited insured, they call it. Oh, I thought I needed one of these. No, I don't need one of these. Whoops, my bad. All right, well, I'll go set you down right here. You've had an F-250 good Fred Flintstone? No, that does not go here. No. Once your vehicle reaches 20 years of age, you got to get it inspected, right? You got to go through the registration, then they call it a vintage vehicle, and yeah, there's a whole bunch of things that you got to do here, so I'm not sure my truck will make its next inspection. It's got some pretty good rust happening on the rear fenders. And last time I went to check it to see if I could get new box sides for it, nobody had box sides for a 2001 Dodge Dakota. Like import, or what do they call it, third party. I used to get all my parts and everything else from cross Canada or cross country parts. But even those guys don't have them right now. All they have are these little, I don't know what the heck to call them, just cutouts that you got to put into your existing fender. And it's like, no, I don't want that, thank you. I want the entire box side. I will pop out all the spot welds and put brand new box sides on. Same with front fenders. Yeah. I'll do all that work myself, but apparently I just can't get the parts. But I couldn't afford them right now anyway. Just drop your beer through the floor. Yeah, Canada don't take no kindly to any drinking and driving up here. They're pretty harsh on it. But in the 80s, 70s and the 80s, it was pretty bad here. There was lots and lots and lots and lots of needless deaths. You know, back in the 50s and up to about the early 60s, you know, and you didn't see a complete neighbor on the road for like 3 days. You know, it was one thing, you know, people could get around and, you know, worst thing that they do is damage to themselves or property type thing, right? But now the amount of population that we have, it's just, yeah. Too many people, too many ways of getting hurt. Slide the rock to the side to monitor the road conditions. Yeah. You know, and that's one thing, you know, if your truck's not leaving like a farm, you know, it's just being used to tow hay and straw out cattle and things like that, then, I mean, who the hell cares? You know, but it's a lot of these vehicles and everything else, especially now with the frames and everything. For the longest time, a lot of vehicles were, you know, getting like the rust guard put onto the frames and everything. Now it's almost unheard of. I haven't heard of any companies that do that anymore. Their vehicles, they don't do any more of the anti-caustic dip. I mean, even on my truck, I've had to replace out the zinc inserts 3 times now, just because living in Canada with the amount of road salt and everything else that we use, they just burn up so fast. Playing Crane Simulator 2013, or no, 2022, 2013. Oof, wait. I'm gonna need another hot chocolate, it looks like. Get the brain working. And boom. Me up. Okay. Oh. Only 7 more of these. Then we gotta put beams in them all from the looks of it. That's it. That's all they have is just the arches. We don't have sand. We have pebble gravel that they use. They call it pea gravel. So it's all coated in road salt. That bluish, greenish hued road salt. Yeah, they don't use sand here. Sand wouldn't do much for you unless it was on black ice, but we get compacted snow. So right now, if I were to go out to my roadway just in front of my house, I could take an ice scraper and bust down into it, and there'll be at least 3 inches of snow there that's packed up on the roads. And that'll stick around until about mid-April. So usually from mid-October to mid-April, 7 months of the year, we have just snow-packed roads. And here's something else that's stupid. We have some weird stud laws here, so you're not allowed to have studs on all 4 of your tires or something weird like that. It's just, it's stupid. It's like, what they're trying to do is they're trying to force you to, you know, be in credit card debt your entire life by always going out and having to get new tires or new vehicles, you know, that type of stuff. It's disgusting. Vehicles aren't made to last in Canadian weather at all here. I mean, I would like to see what happens with the Cybertruck, because if stainless steel does rust, folks. Don't let anybody tell you that, you know, the Cybertruck is rust proof. It's not. You'll get this white, scaly, calcium looking type thing. You know, the thing that you get inside your kettles? That's exactly what it looks like on the top of stainless steel. It still rusts. It just takes a hell of a lot longer to do it. So I'm hoping that, you know, something along those lines, you know, starts, you know, once people start noticing, like, oh my god, you know, my vehicle is now 12 years old and I don't have, you know, any visible, you know, eyesore style rust spots on it. You know, so I'm hoping that more stainless steel vehicles come in the future. Samantha, how are you and the puppies today? Oh, got another Discord pic coming through. Gonna have to take a look at that here in a second. Let's get this bit over here. And we'll go take a look. I need to get a third monitor again so I can have my Discord up all the time. Exactly, Cloyd. 100%. It does rust up. Yep. It's not a rust-free solution by any means. All right, I'm gonna just pick a look over at the Discord. Oh, Smiles did a video. Ouch. Yeah, that kissed something pretty tight. Jeez. Yeah, and exactly. I mean, you know, if they have any type of galvanizing or anything else on top of that, you know, that could peel off, and that stuff goes super white. Galvanized steel. Galvanized stainless steel goes... It gets a real hard, scaly white coating onto it. So, I mean, there's nothing that is truly rust-proof in the world besides water. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you can oxidize water, can you? Because then it becomes hydrogen peroxide, and it doesn't rust. It's corrosive, but yeah, it doesn't rust. But yeah, pretty much all metals rust. I mean, they all... Oxygen is such a energetic material that it just strips ions, right? So that's where you get the rust from. Yeah, it gets that white bubble-ish look. Yep. I can't remember. I remember when they first said something about the Cybertruck, it was going to be like 304 or something. But now they've changed it to something else, a different type of stainless. I don't know. I'm going to have to look more into it. Not that I'm ever going to be able to afford one of them. I mean, you know, being disabled, even if just having a vehicle, they frown upon it. It's like, well, that means you got to pay monthly insurance. That means you got to, you know, do maintenance on your vehicle. You know, you don't need it, you know. It's like, yeah, but you're only willing to give us $56 a month for transportation costs being disabled on public transit. Here, 7 months of the year, people in wheelchairs have no access to any type of sidewalks because of the 3 inches of packed snow. How does $56 get any of these people with reduced mobility around? I don't understand that. They welded the nuts on? Jeez. What the hell? That's weird. You've been around for 800 years and still not rusting. Is it because you're just such a sourpuss? You're pulling a Chuck Norris? Yeah. Oop. Thumb twitch. Yeah, no, we have tons and tons of issues of rust and everything else here just because of the amount of snow and everything that we get, right? I mean, even so when my brother goes away for his hitches while he's working out in the fracking, I park out in the garage, right? But even still, while he was here for his 3 days off, my truck ended up getting about 2 feet of snow that were pressed up against the passenger side off the sidewalk just from the drifting of snow. So you constantly got water, frozen water, yes, but still, you still have an ionizing agent pressed up against the side of your vehicle. It's going to rust. Not much you can do about it. Now, I'd like to see what happens with these stainless steel vehicles. I mean, my truck it's 2001, so it's 21 years old now. And it's now at the point where it's like, I wish I could do more to it body-wise, just because it's starting to show that much rust. I'd love to be able to see vehicles be a lifetime vehicle, meaning, you're 16 years old, you buy your vehicle, and it lasts until you're like, well into your 90s. Before the point where you can't drive anymore. And by then, I hope that they have all this, full self-driving out there. Because I don't want to give up my vehicle until, until I absolutely have to. Traveling around, having my own independence is so nice. Yeah. Having to worry about, transit and being around other, sickly people and everything else, because, it don't take much for me to get sick. Yes, we do get lots and lots of snow and cold here. Yep. And it's got nothing to do with climate change. It's just the way our climate is. Oh, man. Oh, I had one guy reach out to me. I think it was a guy. Name of Tapanis. Yeah, weird name, Tapanis. I'm not sure what ethnicality that is, but anyway. He's like, you don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea about, climate change and everything else. He's like, it's ruining my... it's ruining my family's life over, I can't remember, whatever islands that they live on. They're going to be buried underwater in the next 10 years. And it's like, so you want another mini ice age to happen. I would have thought by now that education would have reached to those people over there that, basically shows that, it's not going to happen. You're going to have to move. These cities in Florida and everything else, they're going to have to be moved. They're going to be underwater. It's just time. That's all it is. It's a time. There is a climate crisis because humans aren't reacting fast enough to the change of our climate. Yes, we as humans are contributing to, heat and everything else, but not nearly as much as the over-sensationalized media is trying to play it up. Yeah, I mean, for the longest time, there was, several, very well-educated professors that were out there using all the national oceanic associations, atmospheric associations, own material against them. Like going, well, you guys are saying this, this, and this, but your graphs, if you read them, doesn't provide support for that. And then those graphs all of a sudden are disappearing off the NOAA site and everything else. And it's so if you take a look at any of the climate change graphs, it's only within 2 degrees. It only shows this hockey stick spike within 2 degrees. Take a look at over the last 100,000 years from our ice cores. Yeah, hold on. I want to check something here first. Milestones. Okay, we're good for concrete. All right. I forgot. If you don't purchase your sand, gravel, concrete, asphalt from the plant quarry, it doesn't go towards your discount. So once you get your full discount, then start purchasing it on site. Otherwise, yeah, go pick it up first. Oh yeah, now I see that. Gotcha. That's weird. Why would they not use the proper... I get it, but don't try to figure things out. You only give yourself a headache, right? I mean, I can't even think of a farmer fix that would do something like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, once you have your full discount, then fill up on sites. Otherwise, yeah, wait until you filled up enough at the quarry to get that discount. So much easier to do it this way than to constantly use that concrete pumper. Never had an issue with rust on the important parts. My secret was to drive down a dirt road, give a thin coat of mud, then the salt won't touch the frame. Oh, you bastard. Truck is completely stuck, for flop's sakes. I got stuck. So if I do this. Perfect. Ah, don't fall into the pit. What did I hit? Oh, there's a sticky uppy thing there. Okay. That would make sense. I hit something. Extraction machine is empty. Alright. Come on. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. But yeah, no, I don't understand why that whoever owned the vehicle prior to you did that. That's just, I just don't see any benefit of doing it that way. You know what I mean? You're just giving yourself more headaches in the long run than anything. That's the farmer in me. If you're gonna do it right. Do it right the first time. Oh, I guess it would help if I was actually pouring in there. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I remember in the 90s when they were just freaking out. Global warming, global warming, global warming. And we as students were like, what? No, there is climate change. Yes, absolutely. We totally agree that, yes, the climate is going to change. You know, I mean, we just came out of a mini ice age, for Christ's sakes. You know, like, we aren't stupid. But the way that... Oh, god dang it, stuck again. But the way that the media and, like, our politicians are putting it out there is just... It's disgusting. It's, you know, like, they're almost trying to create a panic. And it's like, why? It's... Yes, people need to know that any lower elevations are going to have issues. Most definitely. It's without... You know, there is no doubt about that. But that's what happens when you come out of a frickin' ice age. Water's level rise. Come on. I mean, you know, like, ice ages last, say, normally, you know, like hundreds of thousands of years, and then we get a little bit of these little itty-bitty dips up and down, up and down, up and down. But, you know, water levels gotta rise when we're coming out of it. But they make it sound like, you know, it's the end of the world. The Earth has survived at least 2 different times. Oh, I gotta buy gravel first. You know, the world's been covered in ice at least twice that we can, you know, figure out from the ocean drills, right? So from the ocean cores. For me, it's the paradox. Okay, so how do you build up miles of ice when it's super cold? You don't have water evaporating. Like, to me, those are the questions that I think that we should really be working on, and, you know, making people aware that, you know, living next to the ocean might be all nice and, you know, for a time, but over a long time, it's just absolutely going to be horrible because it's the water levels are gonna rise. Little Mac, how you doing, buddy? I guess you didn't quite catch my Discord message in time, huh? That's okay. I'm still streaming here, but if you want to join in, by all means, jump in. I'm just, I don't know how long we're going to go for today. I woke up at 4 p.m. So I'm just chilling and I'm enjoying myself here at the moment. Hey Todd, how you doing? How you doing, my man? How goes the game design in life? I know that, you know, writers get writer's block, but I also know that when it comes to programming and that, you can get burnt out pretty good on those. Yeah. Like, you know, Deadly Flare, you know, guy. I don't know what happened with him. One moment, you know, his Steam account got hacked, yet I couldn't find any information on the database about his account being hacked at all, for changes and everything else. But before that, him and his family were on a vacation for like a month. And then, yeah, then his account got hacked, and then he went on another vacation. And it's like, yeah, you just burnt yourself out trying to do too much at once, man. Hey, there's the little Mac.
Yeah, I was going to join you at the start, but I kind of got zoned in on Car Mechanic Simulator.
Oh, no worries, no worries. We're having fun.
Yeah, I was building a, I don't know what it is. It's one of the DLC ones. And I completely...
so upset with their DLCs, because their DLCs were what they had in the previous game for DLCs. It's like, no, usually DLCs, you kind of save those for, like, you know, if it's a DLC in, say, 2019, then it should be, you know, regular game 2020.
Yeah.
You know, type of thing. You know, it's just, they're getting to be greedy bastards. So it's kind of like, and it's so much same old, same old. They really haven't improved too much on it. They need to innovate a little bit more.
Yeah. But one of the vehicles I'm working on, bought from the auction, the salvage portion for like $90,000. A little over 90,000.
Yeah, too bad that wasn't really going in your pocket, eh?
I know, right?
But then again, at the same time, in real life, it takes more than usually 2 hours to rip an engine out completely and put it back in. You know what I mean? Even if you do have a really good crew of guys, it takes usually a little bit longer.
Yeah, so I'll rip the engine out, rip everything off of it. I repaired a couple of the items, but everything else, like the engine, I've completely like tuned up. Put all the tune-up stuff into it.
I want them to come out with a decent Rat Rod DLC. Oh, what's your idea for a game then, Cloyd?
Okay.
I still want a farming game that goes through all the eras. You know, you start off, you come to, like, say, you know, the USA in the year 1700. You got to knock down all the trees. You got to pull out all the rocks. You know, you build your own, like, rock wall fencing and everything for your 5-10 acres, whatever it is that you have at the time. You know, that type of stuff. And then, you know, generational wise, you know, your kid gets to use, you know, the same type of thing. You know, build on the land, pull down more trees. You know, and just basically work your way up through modern and then future era of farming. I think that would be something that's pretty awesome. Kind of like, oh, I want to say Contra, but that's not it. Code Red? Or... oh, what was that game? I can't remember. It's not stealing if you're improving, Floyd. It's not stealing if you're improving. I think I'm going to have to pack the gravel next if you want to grab one of the soil compactor.
Do you have it already out?
No, I don't. No. It's got the bully dozer and the dump truck out for the moment.
Alright, we gotta wait for data.
Oh, data synchronizing in. That's what really makes me feel like this running off the same platform as Farm Simulator.
But at least it doesn't pause the current players who are in.
Yeah.
Like, I remember on, like, Farming Sim, you'll jump in and you'll get a screen synchronizing with players.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Mr. P and Snipe and I were always like synchronizing in, synchronizing in. Yeah. I gotta check this out in Discord. One sec.
Yeah, another guy that outplayed with, like, we had to be in, like, Discord. And then as we were hopping on, we had to say, hey, hopping on. To give him a warning that, hey, there'll be some synchronizing.
Oi, was that in like a sandstorm or something, Jack? Jesus. Or was that a fleet truck that been gently used, as they would put it up? Yeah, the puppies are doing good, Sam. That's good to hear. Charlotte, I thought you were a part of the Discord already. Did you leave us and then decide to come back? Did I piss you off? Wasn't intentional, honest. I have my good days. I have a lot of bad days too, but it only had 17,000 miles on it. My God, man, that's crazy. That's a lot of scratches. Dude. Okay, if you were to turn that around, Cloyd, and say, and part of the storyline is that gray goo was all from nanotechnology and everything, that would be awesome, because that would really tie in with the nanotech gray goo style that everybody talks about. I feel so sorry for the author, the guy that came up with that. He was talking about nanotechnology. I think it was like the early 80s. And he happened to say that everything that the nanites eat basically would turn into like a gray goo. But it's not really what he meant, like, because everybody thinks it's like goo as being slimy and all that, and he's like, no, it's more of like a powder that's kind of like magnetically attracted to itself. Oh, beautiful world. I love this guy. Yes, it is a little more dense in stars than what I've actually seen, but it's not too bad in comparison to, I've been out in some boreal areas, which are really nice. Oh, gotcha. So it's kind of like a Planet Crafter meets No Place Like Home. Speaking of which, oh my God, No Place Like Home came up with a rip-off game of their own title. Oh,
did they?
Oh God, yeah, it's just horrible. I hope that company burns to the ground. Yeah. Of course, with no employees inside or anything. I just hope the whole company just folds in on itself. I don't know if they got a new boss or something, but yeah. A month before release, they make all these major changes to the game, and then they still full release it knowing that there's so many problems, and it was like, really? Come on, guys, you can't do this.
Right?
You're only just ruining your company's reputation. I mean, look at DNA Army for that. From Pennsylvania to Wyoming? Man, that's quite the hitch. Or quite the drive. You ever heard the term, bud? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, yes, I can totally agree with maintenance. But I don't do engine swaps unless the engine needs it. Oh, that'd be something neat to see, Cloyd. That would be. I'm really enjoying Planet Crafter, man. I know that the husband and wife that are making it, they're doing lip service. They're like, yep, if we decide to do multiplayer, it won't be until after full release. It's like, how many games do you know that have been able to successfully implement multiplayer after it's full released? No, they're not getting any extra money out of it, so they're not going to do it. It's like, I've been around this industry for way too long. I know this stuff. Oh. Uh-oh. There we go.
Did you do?
Oh, just my OBS decided to minimize itself. And it's like, uh-oh. Usually that means I'm having some issue with it, but no, it seems to be working. 69%! Woohoo! Oh, this place is looking good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reach out to my sister and, sis, can you send me a screenshot? I thought I was doing the one after this. I didn't realize I was doing the mall today.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sister reached out to me the other day and she was asking, she was like, hey, you need any more screenshots? Like, yeah, I think I'm doing the mall next. Or, sorry, I think I'm doing the park next. Nope. Doing the mall, so I gotta change my thumbnail around tonight. After stream, I'll do that. My bad.
Doggos barking. Pretty sure you heard things. Go nuts.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, well, yeah, no, I mean, yeah. If you stripped it, then yeah, you will have to replace it. Oh man, I really enjoying that Planet Crafter. I'm looking forward to when they get the next update out. They're doing it right, you know. They're trying to put out an update with reasonable quality and quantity of new added things every 2-3 months, and I think that's a great way to do it. Woo, bunny hopping! It's a soil compactor, not a hip hopper, there, little Mac.
Yeah, all right.
Jump up, and get down. But I mean, it's a lot better than some of the before when we first started playing, where some of the vehicles will just start magically just floating up into the air, just taking off into space. It's like, what's going on here? To take over and then kill the planet? Yeah, no doubt, boy. Then you find out that gray goo is just the well, what's a metaphor for human civilizations, or just a virus on this planet slowly killing it. Nice, bud, nice. You know, as long as it, you know, is reliable and dependable, that's all you're going to be needing for when you got the kiddo. Hey, you're not wearing your high visibility jacket in that vehicle. What's wrong with you?
Oh no. I didn't give it to me.
Yeah, no, I'm wearing the oil field gray as well. Oh, actually, I know I'm going to be needing these vehicles. Let's go get these pulled out. About to do some deliveries here in a minute. Oh, I tell you, man. Oh, it is so nice. I went through and redid my keybind settings for the third time on my joystick. And it's so nice because the joystick has a rotate feature. And so doing any type of the crane work makes life just so easy, so quick and easy. Oh, we gotta pour the slab foundation. Oh, that's the easy one. I love the pouring the concrete when you don't have the whatchamacallit, the crane. I'm not a big fan of that crane. It just makes a job go by so slow. Yeah. And there's no reason for it to be that slow.
Yeah, another guy. I'm also talking about this thing by that I've done farm sim with and all that.
Is that Barry?
Yep, Barry.
Barry J.
Barry J.
Yep.
Barry J.
I've watched his stuff a few times, but since I'm just really not that much into the farm simulating stuff anymore, I haven't watched too much of it. But yeah, he's a good guy. Real good guy.
Yep. He calls it the weird alien machine.
Yeah. Well, I kind of understand that. It's kind of like a weird elephant type thing.
Yeah.
Have you played Planet Crafter yet, Mac?
I have not.
I think you might like it. Check it. I got a couple of videos. Check them out first, and then see what you think of it.
I've seen you play it.
It's a real decent game. It's nice, you know. But then again, I kind of like those games where it's, you know, you versus the environment, not you versus like hostile creatures and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, me and him, we went from not knowing each other to him flipping me in the middle of the road when New Mexico came out on American Truck Simulator. He thought he was going to get, like, kicked or whatever, get reported.
Yeah.
We became real good friends. Now I'm a moderator of his channel.
Nice.
It's just kind of strange of how we met. And him thinking, oh boy, I'm going to get reported for flipping a truck.
I only got reported once on ATS, and it was me, Mr. Payton, and Snipe. We went and we had a guy down at the bottom of the hill, and we had a guy at the top of the hill, and we were doing a race down this really windy roadway. And I ended up coming around the corner and just smashing into a guy, and I was like, what the hell? You know, like, our spotters didn't say that there was any traffic or anything on the road, but apparently the guy had spawned in at one of the rest stops in between. And so, yeah, like, when we explained, and then I was like, yeah, you know, I was on the live stream, you know, so, you know, you can take a look that we had prep work. We had guys that were, you know, trying to prevent this from happening. You know, and so they're like, oh, okay, well, we're not going to give you a 2-day suspension or whatever the suspensions were for, you know, stunting or whatever. I can't remember what they called it. Driving like an ass anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool, thanks. And he's like, yeah, he's like, you know, I wish more people would do what you did there, you know, for... I'm stuck again. How? Why? There we go. Nope. There we go. Just have to bite your tongue the right way to get out of it. The plants are the virus. Message is more powerful. People tend to make decisions based on what they believe is better. It doesn't really make things better. Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one. Especially when it comes to schooling right now. My God. I just... My poor son. I mean, the schools aren't teaching people how to think for themselves or how to study. It's just, you know, copy and paste. Really. I mean, you know, it's like... You read, the teacher's reading from a tablet and the kids are following along. They don't take notes anymore. They have PDFs, basically, that they're given on their notepads. And it's like, oh, God, how is somebody supposed to learn how to study and become an expert in something if this is all they're getting? They're not reiterating. They're not taking the time to let it really sink into the brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, there was one of my teachers, she actually wanted her notes, like, done a certain way, like in your notebook and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But me, with having a disability, ADHD, it was hard for me to do how, like I wrote slow, so by the time she was ready to move on, like, I still hadn't filled it out, so...
Finished it up yet, yeah.
So we ended up... I had a individual education plan.
Gotcha. Well, and, you know, that's
where,
the way
like...
it should be. It should be that, you know, if there's people out there that, you know, need extra time and anything, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, that has to be factored in. You know, you can't just say, oh, you know, one classroom fits all, you know, and that's what they're trying to do. And it's like, you know, that's I'm sorry, you're just a glorified babysitter as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
Boy, oh boy, do they ever get pissy with you when you tell them that, too. And it's like, oh, really? Well, because my babysitter does interactive stuff here, like this, and this. But you don't.
Yeah. But one of the things is she had to give me basically a photocopy
of the transparency or whatever it was that you were taking notes from, yeah. Yeah, and that's something else, kids. They don't even have transparency machines in schools anymore. They have digital screen projectors. And it's like, if you got a kid who's got bad eyes, they're not going to be able to see this stuff, you know? Like, come on. At least with the transparencies, it, you know, like, didn't matter how bright the room was, you could still read what was being projected. These new projection machines just are absolutely horrible. And of course, the school board only buys the cheapest of the cheap. That's all their budget can afford.
Yeah.
I mean, when teachers have to go to like these programs like GoFundMe and stuff like that to get materials and supplies for the classrooms, you know that the education system's broken. It's, they spent their money, on all this newest tech and everything else, trying to do what? Because they're not increasing the grade point average. If anything, in the last 10 years, the grade point average has dropped in comparison to the last 50 years before it. So what they're doing is obviously not working. And so we're just going to have a large population who, have troubles with learning, how to think for themselves, how to, feel that, they're prepared for this world. Yeah, exactly, Karsten. When we were in school, there wasn't internet. So internet came out, that would have been, this is dial-up. This was before, websites and everything else. This was, like HTTP, University of, Calgary.ab.gov.org that you had to type in, yourself in order to get like science papers and stuff like that. We're done. All right. Cool.
Yeah. So I remember going through high school, or not high school, but elementary school. When at my elementary, they were adding all the runs so the school could have internet. They actually had to take a room and put the server and all that and all the wires.
Yeah, we didn't have that. What we had was a multi-connection phone line that was just tied to all the computers, so. Yeah, I remember the old dial-up where it's like, all right, yeah, we need to, take a look at this image. Okay. You go, you start downloading, or, you go to the website or the page. Back then, it wasn't called a website back then. You go to the page that it was at, and then you come back 2.5 hours later, and you hope that 3/4 of the picture had done filling in, like.
Yeah. And heck, I remember back then when there was the stuff like Ask Jeeves. You had the like stuff that they don't have anymore, like on Microsoft Word, the little paperclip.
Yeah.
Down at the bottom, like, hey, do you need help?
Yeah.
They don't have that anymore.
No. I remember when we didn't have that to begin with.
Right?
It made you think. It made you remember how to do things instead of like, oh yeah, no, this paperclip thing will do it for me. It's like, no.
I never really used that paperclip, but I remember, don't see it anymore popping up, but I remember seeing it pop up.
No, I think they brought it back actually.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it was. I remember there for a while it was gone, and then I remember reading something about how they brought it back. It's like, all right. Yeah, exactly, Cloyd. It was easier to get your photos on a floppy disk and order it via the mail than it was to wait for dial-up to open up that page for it. We had an assignment. One of my science teachers, he was really good. I absolutely loved him. Mr. Turner. And he was big on space, absolutely huge on space. And he's like, we need to figure out the mass of the moon and everything else, right? And so we did it all. And his biggest thing was, now, if the moon is made from the Earth, then why isn't the density right? And so then we had to take the size and figure out all its density and all this other type of stuff. This is all stuff in high school, which apparently kids can't do today. They now wait until they go to university to figure this stuff out. And yet we were doing all this in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. But then again, kids now are allowed to use calculators during their tests, whereas we were never allowed a calculator in school. We could have an abacus if we wanted to use an abacus, or a slide ruler. I mean, I'm only 45. It's not like I'm, like super ancient or anything. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I wasn't around with the cowboys.
Especially, and also, a lot of teachers say, oh, you will never have a calculator in your pocket.
Yeah, now I got a calculator, a phone, a computer, everything in my pocket.
Right?
Oh, I remember I had one computer sciences teacher. He was like, yeah, Bill Gates is right. You're never going to need like more than 890,000 kilobytes for information. And I looked at him and I was like, I think you're wrong on that. I think that within 5 years, that's going to be, that, you know, we'll triple that. And he's explaining Moore's Law to him. He's like, oh, you know Moore's Law? I'm like, yes, I know Moore's Law. Right? And so when we had a bit of a disagreement about that. And then finally, you know, like he's like, okay, you put up one hell of a good argument. We wasted too much class time on it. But I will tell you this, you know, you did make me change my mind. I think you're right. We will need more than that 895,000 kilobytes. I'm like, yeah. And it wasn't even 5 years later. It was like 2 years later. You know, I was getting video games like, what was this? Leisure Suit Larry. That was, it was like, I think it was like 30 megabytes or something at the time. You know, it was just a massive game. And I ran into him when I was doing the, I was teaching wrestling there.
Yeah.
And I ran into him like, yeah, you remember that? You know, the conversation we had? And he's like, oh, God, yeah, do I ever remember? He's like, I went home and talked to my wife, and she's like, well, listen to the smart kids. You know, sometimes they can prove that you're dumb. Got a big laugh about that. We didn't have modems in the original, man. It was all dial-up. There was no modem. It was just a card. Yeah, it was just a card in the PC. Yeah.
That took over the phone line.
Oh, it was worse than faxes. It was worse than faxes.
Ah, get off the phone! I'm trying to download something.
Well, yeah, and if you got it interrupted, it would have to restart the whole thing all over again. It was like, And you come home from school, you know, you start, you know, uploading something, or, you know, like trying to go to a certain page or whatever it was. And where is that? Let's go over there. Yeah, you end up doing all your chores and everything first.
When I started getting on the internet, dial-up was pretty much starting to phase out.
Lucky you. I had to go through.
I still remember
my high school and when I went to college, did I? Yeah, no, it had been phased out by then. Yeah, by the time I went to college, it had been phased out.
Heck, and I had an AOL account in middle school.
Oh God, AOL. Those were the years that I was like, to heck with this. I'm gonna wait for technology to catch up. Because there was what? Netscape, Internet Explorer. There was a few of them that were around at that time before Google came out.
Yeah, I still even have. I haven't seen it in a while, but one time when I was at work, I had a customer give me their email, and they said such and such at AOL.com. I'm like, I haven't heard that in a while.
Yep. No, there was also Yahoo. Forgot all about the Yahoo.
Yahoo?
Yeah, Yahoo Messenger.
Yeah, Messenger.
Yahoo, Netscape. There was quite a few of them back in those days. Okay, so apparently I grabbed wooden beams. I didn't grab pallet of wood. All right. It would help if you grabbed the right material next time, Gene. Come on, what's wrong with you? Wow! I need one of Bud's 60-inch TV screens so I can see the pictures better on the left. Now, welcome. You've got mail. Yeah.
You got mail.
Oh man, yeah. Oh wow. Oh man, dang it. We're going to need the elephant. Snuffleupagus. That machine, I tell you. And I don't know what I did the other day, but I was able to repack it up myself. I didn't have to. Yeah, the input-output port. Input-output port on the back. That's right. I remember that. Yeah, that's what it was way back in the day. Back when we had the Packard Bell 386, I think it was. Yeah. Just remember my mom and dad putting so much money into that, and I was like, oh, it is so nice to have a computer. I was like the first kid on the block that had a computer, but my mom needed it for her work, right? So it wasn't like it was available for us to play on it all the time type deal. We had a certain amount of hours that we could play on it. And if my mom was using it for work, because she had to work late or something that night, then, oh man, it did it again. It remapped my joystick for the concrete truck. Or the concrete crane.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Machine functions, don't care. Driving on wheels, don't care. Tracks, tractors, hook, palleter. No, excavator, no. Excavator, crane, no. Mobile crane, no. Dozer, cold planer, concrete pump. Main boom up. Actually, no, hold on. Skip it. That's good enough. There you go. Here we go. Rotate right and left. This is what I'm looking for. There we go. Just had to curse at it the right way.
Okay.
Want to hook up the concrete truck?
Here.
Oh, get that.
Careful. There is a second truck. Oh, come on.
It is, I think, in the parking lot here. I think.
Yeah. 1 second. I got whole games up.
I had the Vic 20. I had, see, I've had Pong, the original Pong. That was, how did we get that? Oh yeah, my dad did a bunch of work for a gentleman on his car. That's right. And for Christmas, he got us the Pong. And then the family gift for 1981 was the Vic 20. Then the family gift for, I think, 83 was the Atari, because my mom and dad got sick of us playing just total games on the Vic 20 all the time. So they're like, fine, they got us an Atari. Then I purchased the Sega Master System. I think that was about 86. With my own money. And what else? Then became really good friends with this gentleman, Sebastian. And he had, he bought, or his dad got him for Christmas one year, the Sega Genesis. So it was like every weekend, his mom and dad were divorced, so he spent the weekends at his dad's place. And so he ended up spending most of the weekends at my place. The truck still isn't done yet, Jack. Oh my God. I would be ripping them apart daily. What the hell? To the 486-33. Nice.
And shoot up.
Yeah. No, my family never took loans or anything else for any of those types of things. Like, oh, my dad put it, it was basically, why pay other people your money? So yeah, we had the 386 until I got an IBM. I think that would have been about 93, 94, because it was just before Windows 95 came out. And then Windows 95 came out, and so I updated that computer so it could run Windows 95. And then I started making a bunch of programs and everything for my dad's work, or his staff. More creep, please.
Yeah, 1 sec.
No worries. Fun factoid, the first Nintendo was designed by Retardi? I wouldn't doubt that. Would not doubt that at all.
Here we go. Phase, back phase. Fill up. Or creep.
So, yeah, I ended up doing a bunch of programs for my dad's company. So that way they could do job performances and stuff. So the company that he was working for at the time had people who were using radio frequency welding. And a lot of guys were saying, oh, I made this amount of X amount of product today type of deal. And the numbers weren't matching up, right? Because they got a bonus for hitting a certain amount of product per day. And the numbers weren't adding up at all. And I was like going, something's not right here. And he's like, yeah, I totally agree with you. You know, they're saying they're doing on average 200 to 300 per shift or whatever it is, but yet at the end of the day, they're, the overall count's still about 150 to 200 shy. So, they're definitely not doing as many as they think they're doing. It was like, yeah, the machine's definitely having some issues with counting or something. So then I made a progress report up not progress report, just a way for the guys to be able to log in how many hours they're actually at the machine and how many pieces of product they could make in an hour and everything. And yeah, they weren't so happy with me about that because a lot of their bonuses got cut by quite a bit because it's like, yeah, there's no way that you did X amount of this product in this amount of time. It's just physically impossible. The program proves it mathematically wise on how it actually should work. And so yeah, there's a few guys who were pissed with me. And the company there ended up giving me, for a bonus for making this program, they gave me a brand new computer. I was like, okay, I'll take it. Now, dang it, I'm gonna have to move. Schnitzel. Did they really? That's what they started off with, was making playing cards? I did not know that. There you go. Come on. My truck is stuck. Alright, well, we can fix that.
Your truck is stuck.
Yeah, it wouldn't retract the legs. It was like, nope, not gonna happen.
Really?
Yep. And so I was like, alright, I can work with that. It's called reset.
Right.
Yeah, on the far corner from where we were just at.
Okay. Get this kind of set up.
Well,
There we
I got
go.
3 pillars in them as well that can get put away too. Sweet.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff can get done. Nice. It's the way it should be. If a game's multiplayer, then they should always have it so that you can keep both people busy at the same time.
Yeah, I just kind of noticed that, so.
Uh, 1889. Wow. I didn't realize they've been around that long. Yeah, there's a company that's made lots of mistakes, but in the end have become better for them. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that's something that we shouldn't do. And they make it a company policy never to do that type of thing again, right? You don't have to worry about snowflakes coming in and messing things up, you know what I mean? For the rest of everybody later. Alright. Woo! Wow, this is actually... Time's flying today. Can't believe I've been live for 2 hours already. Sweet! And being 8:30 my time, Captain Caveman hasn't called yet. Probably won't get a call from him tonight. Dang it!
Did you finally get some sleep yesterday?
No.
No.
Still been having major issues with my sleep, man.
Mm.
Yeah.
I kind of realized, like, once it got towards the late, and like, yeah, he's not streaming tonight.
Yeah, no, it's just all off. I'm only getting like 30 to 40 minutes of sleep at a time. And then I wake up and it's either my shoulders all tingly or my ears always constantly tingly right now, but just, and of course you get aggravated, and the more aggravated you get, the less you can go to sleep.
Yeah.
You're not off by much there, Cloyd. I would say you weren't wrong. You're just a little off, that's all. Oh, hot chocolate. Turned into chocolate milk. That's close enough for me.
Right.
There we go. Hundo. Let's go unpack. Like coming home from vacation. Gotta unpack your things. My poor brother. So, on Tuesday, or sorry, on Monday, he gets a phone call saying, "Yep, we need you up in Red Deer. Just make sure you bring your phone and your pen, type of thing." He's like, "Okay, that's all I need to bring." They're like, "Yep." He gets up there and they're like, "Where's all your gear?" He's like, "What do you mean all my gear? You told me just to bring a pen and my phone." And the lady's like, "Well, no, if you're going to be starting your hitch on Wednesday." And he's like, "What the hell? You didn't tell me I was starting my hitch until the week after." So I was like, "What the hell?" Oh, okay. I thought you were jumping in there. All right, no worries.
No, that was how you did do it.
So, yeah, it was like, he's just, there's a reason why I didn't work for that particular company, and it was because I have heard of all the horror stories and everything else about how, they can't keep staff for more than, like, their most senior staff is like 5 years old, but by the time that, they reach 5 years, they're like, "Oh, screw it, I'm going to another company where I can actually make some real money." So,
yeah.
Like I told him, just use this place for the next year, 2 years, just to get himself the experience in the oil field, and then go find a better company to work for. I mean, he'll make, 5 times the amount of money. Like they're paying him a day rate of minimum wage up in the oil field. And it's like, what? Like, no, I was like, even when I first started for the first 30 days, I was still $5 above the minimum wage. Plus, the bonuses that I was getting, like, are way larger than what he's going to be getting, period. It's like, oh my god, like, I was getting that per day, man, not per month. Like, yeah, just use these guys until you get the experience, and once you got the experience, drop them. Just start putting your resume out to other companies, and see what you can get for a better offer. Close enough. It counts in horseshoe news, hand grenades, and trying to remember things from memory. That's how I look at it. If you can get pretty close, plus or minus 15% by using just strictly memory, you're right. That's the way I look at it. We're not computers. I don't expect our brains to work like them. We're biological entities. Oh god, yeah, that Topaz guy. Jeez. It's like, he was just, like, oh, climate crisis, yada yada. Look at all these scientists and everything. It's like, yeah, take a look at who those scientists are paid by. The big screamers. Who's giving them money? Who are they working for? It's kind of like stats, right? I mean, as soon as you try to make a graph on stats, it's already skewed to only what you're including for that particular graph. I mean, there's so many other things that could be involved in it, but because you're only looking for certain things in that particular graph, this is the only way you're going to get those stats. So already it's biased. And teachers hate it when you hit them up with that. Ooh-wee. As much as you hate to admit it, yeah, you're human. Yep. No, it was one of the problems that I had all the way through elementary and junior high, was realizing that, my teachers are human. They're idiots. It's like, oh, God. The fact that my teacher did not know that, we got more than 110 volts coming through. And, I mean, she'd been teaching electricity for the longest time, talking about ohms, resistance, heat loss, and all this other stuff. But, you know, in her mind, it was, you know, 110 is what the power plant puts out, so that's 110 is what you're getting at your socket. And it's like, yeah, teacher, you're an idiot. I'm out of here. Then I went and got the caretaker, or whatever, superintendent, whatever they want to call them now for the school, and I was like, yeah, we got a problem with this plug. Yeah, grab your multimeter, would you?
Right.
And then we go to the classroom, like, yeah, it's this plug over here, right? And he's just like, yeah, not a problem. Like, you know, what's the voltage coming out of that? He's like, oh, it's like 112.8 or something like that. And I just look over at the teacher, and she just looks at me, and she goes, you go to the principal's office. Because I made her look like a complete ass. Mind you, this was the same teacher that 6 months later had a brain aneurysm, so she may have had some medical issues going on at the time, maybe. I don't know, but she just read from the book, and that's all she knew was how to read. She didn't absorb any of the information whatsoever that she was teaching.
Yeah.
Mrs. Ellis. Oh, man. God. And I've always had hard times with accents. I mean, I've been around a lot of accents in my lifetime, but I've never been able to really... Somebody starts talking with a very thick East Indian or Jamaican accent or Chinese. I can't understand what they're saying, and I wish it wasn't the case. I'm not racist by any means. It's just, I just do not... My brain does not compute, you know, unclear English. And, yeah, so... She unfortunately had one heavy Jamaican accent, you know, and all the kids had issues with, you know, understanding her and everything. It's like, but that's not what you were saying. This is exactly what I was saying. And we're going, no, this is not what you were saying. You were saying something completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, loving every minute of it. Loving every minute of it. Yeah. Oh, man, I miss those. Do I need to go here? Do I go to the steel factory, or do I go to the... I think I gotta go to this one. I think I gotta go here. I think we gotta go to the prefab walls. Man, loving every minute of it. That was such a good song. Alright, grabbing some element timbers.
Element timber.
And where we gotta go? We gotta go over here. 80s arena rock, yeah. Nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that at all. Oh, the good years. I remember the 80s. All the hair bands. And I'm not talking... I can't remember who I was talking to the other day, but... oh, it was one of my... my sister's daughter's friends. They were over for Halloween, and I said something about, you know, do you remember the hair bands? And she's like, oh, with your long hair, how many hair bands do you need for it? And I'm like, pardon? Like, what did you just say? And my sister just looks over at me and she goes, no, she's not kidding. I'm like, are you kidding me? And she's like, no, she's not kidding you. She has no idea. Like, none. She had no idea what an 80s hair band meant. She thought that I like the hair bands that were in my hair were from like the 1980s. Just like, what? How many hair bands do you need? And it just threw me for a loop. Like, what? And then I had to really think about it. And it's like, okay, this kid, well, I couldn't call her really a kid. She's 18 years old, right? And so this very young adult lady just had no idea what, you know, the context to what I was saying for a hair band. She was thinking like one of those elastic ties you put in your hair.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, the world we live in today. Second grade in Wichita Plus, there wasn't a word in the English language that had 3 vowels in a row. Yeah, okay. There's quite a few of them actually. Yeah, beautiful is one of them. EAU, yeah.
Yeah.
My God. Oh man, I went to sit down and write out my kiddo's name and using cursive. I couldn't remember how to do a capital K. I was like, what? Man, has it been that long since I did this? Holy cow. And then just, we were sitting there yakking with my mom at the time. Then I looked down and was like, oh yeah, that's how you do it. Right. But yeah, just, I couldn't believe it's been that long since I wrote in cursive that I couldn't remember how to do a capital K. It's like, blame it on the brain fog.
Yep.
Yeah, beautiful lieutenant, yeah.
Yeah, here in a couple of years, nobody will know how to do cursive.
Well, and that's the thing. They'll have no rights to sign any legal documents either. Because you have to sign it.
Yeah.
You need a signature. Well, what's a signature? It's cursive writing.
Right.
But they don't teach cursive writing. So how are kids today supposed to sign legal documents? We had that problem with my nephew's. He went to go get his driver's license and he printed his name. And they're like, nope, you've invalidated your license. He's like, what? Like, there'll be another $45, please. You know, we got to reprint this. And he's like, what? And so they're like, yeah, you have to put down your signature. And he's like, I did. And he goes, this is how I sign everything. She goes, no, that's not a signature. It has to be linked letterings, like cursive. And he had never even heard of it, like cursive writing before. He'd never even seen it before. So his mom and dad took, I think, 3 weeks or whatever it was of trying just to show him just to sign his own name, like not the rest of the alphabet or anything else, but just his own name, so he could get his license.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like, wow, that's just, yeah, it's the world we live in. You know, kids are not prepared, and the kids that do go out there and work all seem to think that they have to make a difference to the business that they're working at, otherwise their life isn't fulfilling. It's like, wow. Seriously, this is society that we got going for us today. It's kind of like YouTube in this ambiance mode. I don't know what happened, but the ambiance is no longer. I can no longer select it. It used to be in my settings, but it's no longer there. I think they did away with it. Maybe. I don't know. Seriously? I bet you they did that on purpose. I can't reach the last one. It's hilarious. Alright, I'll come over here and unlock this one. Blink. Yeah, no, it was just, I remember Ken's calling me and he's like, yeah, dude, I got my driver's license today. I'm like, sweet. And he's like, yeah, but I didn't get my actual license. I'm like, what? I thought you said you got your driver's license. He's like, yeah, I passed. I'm like, okay. And then he explained to me, but yeah, because I printed my name on the back of my license, they had to take it away from me. What? What's going on? And he's like, it's got to be signed. I was like, oh, right. Yeah, it's a legal document. You have to sign that, man. Why didn't you put down your signature? He's like, I've never learned this before. Never. Like, And the more I thought about it, it was like, yeah, you are 100% correct, man. You did not learn any cursive writing in school at all. Wow. And it's just one more reason why it's like, yeah, teachers today to me are just glorified babysitters. I wish it wasn't the case. I don't mean to piss them off. It's just the way it is, you know, like digital signings. Yeah, well, you still got to be able to, you know, write your John Henry in order to get it into a digital signing copy. I mean, it's not like they use your thumbprint or a fingerprint for your signature. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's just so sad. I mean, anybody can copy print. The whole reason of a signature is so that it can't be easily forged.
Right.
So, I mean, you can forge a thumbprint easier than you can forge a signature. I can get anybody's thumbprint from anything that they drink. But in order for me to get somebody's signature, and then have to rewrite it myself, so that way when I go to the bank and write it off a check or something like that, you know what I mean? Like, you have to be good at it. Whereas a thumbprint, you know, it's like, oh, you just use that second skin, put it over your thumb with, you know, the 3D printed thumbprint of whoever it is you're trying to fake, and poof, there they go. They got instant access to your accounts. Like, I don't agree with thumbprint ID. Exactly, bud. You never sign it 100% the same way each time. That's correct. Yep. The fine motor controls, the fine firings of your muscles is always different. Yep. You think about it, you got to activate something like, what is it, 5,000 muscle strands just to move your arm, like one finger or something like that. I can't remember. I hated biology, so I didn't really memorize much of it. Biology to me does not make logical sense. Give me anything with logic in it, and I am good to go. But yeah, anything without logic just kind of throws my mind. Excuse me. Oh, big stretch, big stretch. Oh, snap neck. Oh, here we go. Let's see if I can grab mobile crane, help out here a little bit.
All right.
Because it sucks that you can't have two cranes on site. That would be awesome to have two of those erecting cranes.
Right.
Be able to rip these off much faster. Insert tab A into slot B. Yep. Oh god, my 7-Eleven here has got a new till system. And it's the old till system that they threw out of the States because it's so easy to put a card reader into these machines. At least with the old Monera style machines that they had. If somebody wanted to try to put a card reader on it, the attendant would have to grab the machine and pass it to you, right? But you'd feel the flex of that faceplate that's been put on top of it. Well, these new ones are solid in place, so they can just put these little scanners that are on their card readers, whatever they call them, on top and read your card, no issue. It's like, yeah, they got rid of these in the States. Oh, that's why we got them. That's why we have them here, is because they got rid of them in the States and they want to, you know, make their money off of them. Dueling banjos.
All right. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, that was such a good show. I remember those shows when I was a kid. What movie was that one on?
Yeah, I've seen it. I think it starts with a D, doesn't it?
I can't remember. Yeah, isn't that the truth, Jack? Yeah, he's got himself a pack of cookies, right? He's got a meeting at 3 p.m. this afternoon. He's like, yeah, by the time I open up the cookie wrapper from the way they want me to open it up, I'll be late for the meeting.
Yeah, Deliverance.
Was it Deliverance? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was Deliverance, yeah.
It's like it's a kid on the
porch. Yeah, with an old man on a porch, and then it was like a soldier or something along those lines.
Yeah, it's something. The old man, kid on the porch. Got the banjo, and the soldier has the guitar.
Yep. Still not as good as the hee-haw days. My God, they had a couple of guys on there that knew how to play banjos. Wow, those were amazing artists. Here, I tell you what, I'll do this. I'll go down that way and slip through quick. Roy Clark, that's the guy's name. That's right. Yeah, Roy Clark. Man, he was good.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen the clip of when they're doing the
dueling banjo clip. Yeah, it's pretty famous.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably one of the more famous music scenes that are out there, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Oh man, another good show that sucks that isn't around anymore was Laugh In. That was another good one. Just trying to move a little sideways. There you go. Steve Martin plays the banjo? I did not know that. I had no idea that Steve Martin could play the banjo. Oh, another talented actor that we haven't seen much of lately. See, I don't think I've ever heard him passing away. That would suck if he did. Another great artist that we've lost in the last decade or so.
Yeah.
Oh, one of my favorite movies that I've ever seen him in was Roxanne. I don't know what was about that movie that just made me laugh all the time. Man.
Nope, that's a solid.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. That's what I get for rubbing my eye. Just leave the eyelash in there, G. Just don't worry about it.
Right.
Dink-a-dink.
Dippity.
I'll get rid of these extra canisters. Holy cow, we're at 66% already? Nice. You're a level 99 bard. Yeah, I had no idea Steve Martin played the banjo. That's awesome. Another good show was Smith and Smith back in the day. The Smothers Brothers. That was another good one. And Smith and Smith became Red and Green, I think. I think. Yeah, you play your loot while I run off with the loot. I love it. Oh, man. So many video game references. Love it. Come on. I hate that when you accidentally click the thumb button and it changes your camera and it's like, why won't it do anything? Why is my camera swimming? Oh yeah.
No.
What? Oh, I can't go down any farther? Oh, I'm locked on the building, that's why. Okay.
Her heart just went up.
Yeah, Roy Clark, man, yeah. That guy knew how to play the banjo, for sure.
This one. Or didn't even get the other one.
Oh, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, we got a bunch more to unpack.
It's upstairs.
Alright, can grab that. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Now I got dueling banjos stuck in my head. Not a bad thing. Ta-da. I don't know. I would never tried to drive and play a guitar at the same time. That would be interesting, to say the least. That'd probably get you a ticket. Distracted driving.
Okay.
Man, the distracted driving tickets are expensive here in Canada. I think the minimum is like $7.50.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're on your phone, yeah, they ding you for it. I mean, I don't think we're allowed to even use hands-free anymore.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, you're having a conversation, not driving, so there. It's a distracted driving ticket. Yeah, Canada's really strict when it comes to their road laws, man. Really, 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 really strict.
How would they know if you're using hands-free?
Hmm? Well, if you're sitting there and you're talking away, you know, you look like a crazy person.
True.
You know, it's if you have your music on or something like that. But nowadays they can tell just from the whatever frequency area that's. They got ways now of telling when people have been on their phones. Something about a carrier wave or something like that. Oh, come on. I got my button set so the crane always lifts the cable, so I can override it to bring it down. But then if I don't hit it just at the right time, I miss the hook. Really? I didn't know that. But Madonna's always been pretty cool about supporting her fellow artists. So yeah, I could definitely see her saying something to Weird Al about it. Like, hey, you haven't done a parody of this yet. Why haven't you? Get on it. I could definitely see her doing that. The only thing that Madonna's ever really been a hard ass on is the parking in front of her New York apartment. She got a big ticket. I remember back in the 80s or 90s. I can't remember what it was for. She had lines painted in front of her apartment complex that was private parking type thing.
Yeah.
And that's a no bueno. Apparently in New York, everybody has the right. Woo! Cool. I didn't think we were going to make it. Yeah, but yeah, I could definitely see Madonna chirping in. Like saying, hey, do something with this, would you? Dolly Parton was another huge supporter of other music artists and everything else. Whereas, you know, you got like people like, what was the lead singer there from Guns N' Roses? Axl Rose? Yeah. I think that was his name. Anyway,
I think so.
yeah, my God, he was super, like, you know, screw you, you know, if you're not my caliber, you know, I don't want you opening up, be an opening act for us or anything like that. Like, he really didn't give any artists any help. Which kind of sucks. I like it when they all get together. I mean, the music just gets all that much better when they work together, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know if Prince was. I don't know how often Prince was helping out other artists, which would have been great because I mean Prince was such a master at the guitar. Woo! We made it. No, the best show I've ever seen Prince ever do was the Super Bowl one what he did, and it was just absolute total downpour. I mean, and he owned that concert. It didn't matter that it was just pouring down rain or anything like that. It did not stop him. They just amazing show. Oh, I'm gonna get demonetized because I said those two dang words. Damn it. Stupid YouTube. I can't say bowl super in the opposite way. Otherwise, you get a copyright strike. Well, a copyright warning, whatever they want to call it. Kurt Cobain said he knew he made it when Weird Al made a parody of Nirvana's song. Yeah, and that's the way, you know, it should be. You know, that, you know, they give honors to all those great artists. You know what I mean? I think that's the way it should be. Yeah. I mean, I love parody songs. I mean, the Gangster's Paradise one that Weird Al did, I thought that was a fantastic parody.
You go and get the ceiling and roof.
Yep. On me way. They get nothing from it? Yeah, like, I mean, that's what I mean. Like, Axl Rose was such a hard ass when it came to other creators. You know, other artists. It's like, why? You know, work together. Do it for the music. Do it for the, you know, for the people, the fun of it. Not, you know, just you know, for your pocketbook. And I guess, you know, it can go the opposite way too. There was, oh, what was his name? He was a pretty big feller as well. What was his name? Sebastian Bach. That's it. He went the exact opposite way. He was so much into the music that he was so disheartened by everything that was going on that he pretty much just left it. Like he left the music world behind. Let's try this again, shall we? Yeah, the lead singer of Skid Row, yeah. Prince was the ghostwriter for several bands. See, yeah, I mean, you know, it's to me, it's the only way to go. Where is these wood components? Is it up here, maybe? Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, they're up there. Okay.
Prefab.
Yeah, no, they're at the one way up north of the sawmill.
Oh yeah, that's sawmill. Yeah. I never done the.
Haven't done the mini mill yet.
Well, the ceiling component for the roof components where they're at the sawmill. I've only done the prefab. So.
Gotcha. I can't wait until I get all the campaigns done. Then we can build the amusement park. That to me sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Right?
Oh, right. This is the one where I have to bring the mobile crane up. Right. I forgot about that.
Oh,
come on. It's been like 2 weeks since I played it with Deuce, so, I mean, it's a video game. It's not like I'm going to commit it to memory.
Right.
It's funny, yeah. This company that my brother's working at, they have their own lingo, right? Like for me, when I was working at Schlumberger, we just called all our pipe. But, you know, for him at this company that he's working for, no, you have to call it iron. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, they schooled me on that. It's all called iron. I'm like, if you're working for a company that is trying to change the definition of a word, maybe you should think about moving companies. And he's like, oh yeah. He said, yeah, I'm only going to do this for like 2 years and I'm getting the fuck out of here. Like, I don't blame him. Oh, cool. I did not know that. Oh, that's awesome. Like I said, you know, like sharing the music. There's one lady, this Megan something or other. She wrote and sings all about the bass. I think it was the name of the song. Apparently, she's written thousands of songs in her career. For like she's done Britney Spears. She's done a bunch of artists. I was like, hey, right on. Power to her. Definitely, yeah. All about sharing, that's for sure.
Try.
Yep. You know, as I taught my kiddo, sharing is caring. The more caring you have in this world, the more friends you'll have. And at the end of the day, you know, I'd rather count my friends than my money. Now, if I could count the money that I'm giving to my friends, well, that's even better, but... That's not how it works in this world, unfortunately. Jungle Love? Cool. Man, yeah, oh, that's awesome. That's awesome to hear that that he was a ghostwriter. do I have? I thought I purchased another one of those things. I did. Okay. No, I didn't.
What?
I only bought one. I thought I had 2 mobile cranes, so gotta go buy one.
What? Yeah, too heavy. Too heavy.
Yeah, that's why I parked it there, so I can go grab another one of these modular cranes. Leave the one where it's at and buy another one.
Yeah, I've actually got 2 of those trailers.
No, I don't think so.
No, I have.
Oh, you got
of the
2?
trailers
Nice.
on my save.
Excuse me. I miss Tom Petty songs too. Dang it. I noticed that they're
Right.
not playing Tom Petty on the radio as much as they used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, another artist that was gone before his time. Same with the lead singer for Rush. I mean, he was gone too early. It'll be like the Justin Biebers that last for lifetimes. No, please no. Oh wait, he did Meatloaf's? Got you all beat? Oh wow. Wow. That's... the tempo and everything is totally off what you would expect from a Prince. But then again, you know, I could see Prince writing, you know, the stuff that is, you know, good for him. I could see him, you know, recording that type of thing. It sounds good for his art. It'd be the best way to go, I guess. Alright. Go grab that last piece. Yeah, Prince was amazing, man. I really enjoyed all of Prince's stuff. It has you all beat. Yeah. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. One of the slowest songs that I can remember from Meatloaf. Bad Out of Hell, no, that was a good one. Actually, that's in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, if I remember right. Is it? I did not know that. I remember the 2 Blonde Bombers when they came out. The 2 lead singers off Poison. Remember in school we called them the Blonde Bombers. 'Cause their songs all bombed except for one. Oh, what was the other one that came out around the same time? They did Shout. Tears for Fears. That was another good band that just... they had like one good record, and then that was it. You didn't hear from them anymore. Probably the most Prince I've ever listened to was his Batman soundtrack. I think I've probably listened to the most Prince off that. Other than, of course, what, you know, you heard on the radio. But, I mean, just for album-wise, I think that was the one I probably listened to the most when I was younger. The Nelson Twins? Is that what their name was? For the Poison? Poison guys? I don't remember. I just remember that, you know, everybody in my junior high called them the Blonde Bombers. Yeah, none of their other songs were any good on that one album other than Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Or no. No, wait a minute. Hold on. Now I'm getting Every Rose Has Its Thorn. That was Axl, wasn't it? No, that was Guns N' Roses. Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, Poison. Which is song do they have on there? I just remember that they used to call them the Blonde Bombers all the time in high school because they only had like a one hit. Can't remember what that one was now.
Oh, Every Rose was Poison.
Is it?
Yep.
Poison is Bret Michaels. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Bret Michaels did Poison.
Yeah, it's going back too many years now for me. Yeah. Especially now with my sound sensitivity that I don't listen to music very much anymore at all. Music, I probably listen to more music on live streams than I do in the last 10 years. Just, not a big fan of it. I'd rather, listen to the humming of the wheels going around in my pickup truck than have music on. Alright, we're good to go for those ceiling pieces. And because of where the crane's positioned, I can't really be much of a help. Oh, all good. So I don't think we're going to need any more concrete. Let's take a look at the job and find out what else we got. Oh, nice. Just pretty much all crane work. Sweet. Nice. Okay, what I'll do then is I'll start clearing up all the extra vehicles.
Vehiculars.
Yep. Vehicular manslaughter. Oh, no, I'm in that one.
Yeah, luckily. Good thing you can't, like, store the vehicle you're in. It's like,
Yeah. That'd be a whoops.
you'll be like, "Eh."
Flesh and blood sacrifice. Something like fire and ice. Yeah, that was Poison song. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, no, I just remember everybody was always making fun of every time it came on the radio. It was like, this is their only hit song that's on their entire LP. Which, who did I say LP to not that long ago? Oh yeah, it was one of my brother's friends, and he's like, LP? I'm like, oh boy. Record, album, the things that we had before 1992, 93 when CDs came out. Melts the heart like fire and ice. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so that was Poison then. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, now, like, records are, like, making a comeback somewhat.
No, I loved music when I was a kid. I remember the day. My dad always had country when in all the tractors and everything else if we were working out in the fields. But anytime he was driving, it was always what we called classic rock back then, which was his regular rock when he was a kid. That type of thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I had like Frankenstein, 3 Miles High, The Birds, CCR. Well, CCR was always a staple, like Bud saying, or sorry, Jack was saying, they had a ton of number 2 hits, never number 1. It's because it was, people had a thing against folk music back then, and they kind of had a folksy sound, so a lot of people really didn't appreciate the CCR until later on in life. I saw Parasite Eve there. Yeah, no, Parasite Eve. That was a comment that I missed. I do read most of the comments. Sometimes I don't read them out loud or anything, but I do get most of the comments. But yeah, Parasite Eve would be a nice game remix. I'm seeing a lot of cover artists are redoing CCR now, so that's kind of nice. The cover art is a real tattoo they later edited. The blood dripping from. Oh, really? Did I know that? Yeah, me too, Cloyd. I'm trying to remember who it was. One of my friends, his older brother was into the music scene and everything else, and so he worked with, I think it was like RCA or something like that, and so you end up getting a whole bunch of these cassettes that had like a whole bunch of no-name artists on them with their music. And there was a lot of them that were really good that just never got to go anywhere. Like their label, their records didn't get picked up and stuff like that. Little Big. Another great band that doesn't do any music anymore, Bare Naked Ladies. Man, I love their happy beats. You know, they were just, have a good time style band, and I kind of miss that type of music. Lying in bed, just like Brian Wilson did. Whoa. So many greats that just don't do music anymore. But I mean, I bet you they made their money and then some and decided that, yeah, we can retire now, and I can't blame them. Now watch you tell me I gotta move my mobile crane. I know I won't be able to reach the ones that you're doing right now, but when the next set pops, I should be able to help you out on the next set.
Yeah.
But just watch it tell me that, oh, you need to move the crane. Like, come on. That's just cruel. Yeah. I had $1 million. I'd buy you a green dress, but not a real green dress. That's cruel. Yeah. They had a lot of fun with their music and that, and that's something that I find that's really missing these day and ages. I mean, if you listen to any music that comes out of LA, it's all about police brutality or somebody trying to be the richest dickhead on the radio. Like it's just their music's got no soul to it. There's just oh, look at me, I can boast bigger than my next door neighbor is basically what it's all about. I can't stand it. Look at all those bling and bitches I have, and it's like, yep, next. Flip, radio station change. I don't want to listen to this crap. I like the songs that have a meaning to it, not just somebody sitting there spitting lyrics and bragging. Like, there's this, what's the name of that stripper or whatever that was all nasty on TikTok and everything? Like, she was just crazy nasty, and then now she's like, she's gotten like 15 plastic surgeries and boob lifts and got her teeth fixed and everything else, and everybody just fawning over her. And I remember listening to some of the shit that she was saying, and it was just absolutely outlandish and retarded, and I was like, why would anybody want to listen to this crap? Cardi B, that's who it was. It's like, wow, like Norwegian reggaeton. Or reggaeton. I've never heard of that one. Down War of Steel. I'll look that one up. Unpacking. If I can undo myself out of the truck. Ow. I punched the microphone again. Round one goes to the microphone. One. Yeah. And the microphone wins again. Knockout.
I remember when you first started, like streaming, you're on your couch, you actually punch in your microphone, you actually hear it across the stream.
Yeah. Yep. Because of the old, it was an old, like a singer's microphone stand is what I used to have that microphone on, right? So there was no, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, that little contraption that I put around it, so it didn't do that anymore. I can't remember the name of those things.
Shock mount?
Yeah, shock mount. I didn't have a shock mount. It was just straight to the microphone base, right? Like, there was nothing.
Yeah, that's why I got a shock mount. I got a pop filter.
That's one thing I
Of course, when I
love
was-
about this Shure SME. It's got its own internal shock mount, so you don't need to have an extra one. Oh, it is so nice. And I only
Yeah.
use the pop filter now for when I do voice acting. Because
Okay.
yeah, when I do voice acting, I really got to worry about my plosives. You know, the big P's and B's and stuff like that. But when, you know, just for streaming that, it's just one more thing to cover up my face when I do have the camera on. But
Yeah.
I'm definitely
When I
noticing that
first-
it's getting way more. My eyes are more sensitive to the light way more than they used to be. So I don't have my camera on as much. I try to put it on for at least the beginning of the stream, say hey to everybody and stuff like that. But normally, not so much.
Yeah. Of course, when I first started using my microphone, it used to be like right in front of my second monitor. And then when I got the 2 new monitors, I changed it to where it's off to the side.
Gotcha.
So sometimes it can get a little far away from me. So
An
although I'm
Italian band
talking,
that features a Spanish group that plays black metal. Oh, nice. Nice
although I'm
singing in
talking
English,
straight at
Spanish,
my,
and Norwegian. Cool.
yeah, although I'm talking straight at my monitors, it's actually right off to the right of me.
Gotcha. I have a setup for 3, but my third monitor burnt out, and so my boom arm is way off on the right-hand side. So no matter what I do, it's always going to be in focus on the screen. There's nothing I can do
Yeah.
to remove it.
Yeah, and the reason why I got 2 new monitors, my original 24-inch, the backlighting burnt out on it.
Ah. Yeah, I have a 27-inch Asus gaming monitor that I got for Christmas. I think it was about 4 years ago from my brother. My
Yeah.
brother and sister went together and got me that. And then I have my old bedroom TV. It's a 22-inch. Oh, the battery's died in my controller.
Oh,
But yeah, I have a 22-inch TV that I use as my second monitor. And then my old third monitor was from a computer. It was a 22-inch monitor. It's just an old LCD computer monitor that my dad
Yeah.
threw the computer out when he bought a new computer, and it came with a new monitor, and he's like, I only need 1 monitor, I don't need 2. Now he's got a computer that's got 3 monitors. It's funny how people change after a while.
yeah. But once they realize, oh, hey, multiple monitors is really good.
Well, when
Thing to forget
he
about.
retired, he really had no use for computers, because I mean, the most that he ever really used the computer for was for, like, for jobs and stuff, right? Like, you know, for
Yeah.
you know, entering payrolls and, you know, bonuses and, you know, all that type of stuff. So he didn't really have much use for it. But now that he's got like free time on his hands and he's going out, you know, looking at parts and, you know, things that, you know, he's got to get off Amazon and all that, and he's just like, oh, you know, I just threw a second monitor on and it was like so handy. Then I threw a third monitor on and he's like, damn, he's like, this makes my life so much easier. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Electric Cowboy. Or Callboy.
But
sorry.
yeah, I had a 24-inch Asus, or Asus, however you want to say it.
Yeah, whichever part of the world that you're on, yeah. Even within their own company, they, you know, one person says Asus, the next person says Asus. You know, it's like, you know, they don't even know what their name is, so why do they expect the public to know it?
Yeah. But and then like a couple of years later, after I built the first computer, I was like, hey, I want a second monitor. Bought it.
Well, for streaming, you definitely need 2 monitors, one for your game and one for your chat, right? But I
Yeah.
like having a third monitor so I can have all my programs under watch, meaning I can watch my temperatures, I can watch my internet, I can watch my OBS, you know, that type of thing. Because right now,
Yeah.
I mean, I have my restream so that I can do the chat bubbles just at the very beginning. I have my Windows Media Player for my music. I have my bot for the timer. And I have Discord, OBS, Steam, all on my second monitor. And my game's just on one monitor. So trying to keep up with all those programs plus chat is a pain in the arse without that third monitor. So one of these days I'm gonna have to get one. Noah, how you doing? His funeral rave. Huh. Interesting. I can almost hear my grandmother rolling over in her grave going, "You're having a rave for my funeral?" I don't think so. But my grandmother was a religious zealot, so not much pleased that lady.
But yeah, and then a couple of years later, I bought my first 27-inch monitor.
Nice.
Yeah, and then when my one went out, the 24-inch went out, I looked and like, okay, this one's about almost the same age.
I think I just saw on Staples they're having a Black Friday sale, and I think they got a nice 24-inch gaming monitor on for like 160. So it's probably be like 140 American, something like that.
Yeah, so it's like, you know what? Why not go ahead and I have the money, just go ahead and buy 2 brand new monitors.
Nice.
Same size, same everything.
Well, it's funny because I have the 27-inch in the center, and then I had the two 22-inch, one off to the left, one off to the right. And it didn't matter, like when I did the 3 screens, I put the 3 screens together for kiddo, so when he was playing Farmer's Dynasty and stuff, you could have the full view outside the tractor. It wasn't that bad. It didn't really pull away from the game. But I could definitely see why some people would want to have, 3 monitors of the same, for if they're doing constant driving and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But for me personally, I didn't mind it at all. Didn't mind having the different sizes.
Yeah, I didn't mind it, but it's like, hey, it would be kind of nice to have the same size.
Oh, gotcha, Cloyd. Mall's going good, Noah. And I'm doing pretty good. My sleep schedule is just absolutely bastardized right now, and I'm not sure what's going on with that. Why? I'm just 30 to 40 minutes of sleep, and then I'm awake for like 2 hours, and then, it'll come around anywhere between 10 a.m. and 12 noon, and then I'll finally fall asleep and get my usual 4 to 6 hours worth. I'll grab the inside if you want to grab the outside.
All right. You're grabbing that one.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing this one.
Yeah, that crane's just in the way for me to be able to grab the other one. I have to bring it all the way in and around the crane and everything else. It's just easier to grab this one. Sweet. Yeah, no, the mall's going really good. I thought I was doing... Lori, how are you? I thought I was doing the park today, so that's what the thumbnail was all set up for. I'm going to have to switch that out after stream, call my sister, and go, "Hey, sis, I need a picture." Actually, we'll probably be done the mall, so I can take a picture of it myself and do that one. Whoops. I made a grievous error.
You made an error.
Yep, made a grievous error when it came to my thumbnail. I thought for sure I was doing the mall today.
The mall?
Yeah.
Well, we are doing the mall.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were doing the park, and it turned out to be the mall. The brain fog. Us old age people, we call them their brain farts.
All right.
Speaking of brain farts, I gotta make some more deviled egg, dang it. Need the protein.
But yeah, I do like that you're on new monitors. I can actually like flip both of them. I can orientate on them. Like the couple weeks ago, or about a month ago, I had to have my computer in the family room.
Oh, yeah, you were saying that it was you had moved it.
Yeah, and I could actually flip either one of them into a kind of portrait mode.
Oh yeah, that's what Bones got. He can just take his screen and just swivel it, and it turns it from widescreen to portrait mode like instantaneously for him. It's like, oh, so it's really
yeah. Now
nice.
mine can't do that, but I can flip the screen and then go into the settings and say, hey, I want this to be portrait.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bones just automatically does it if I remember correctly. I'd have to ask him next time I talk to him, but pretty sure his automatically does it.
But yeah, I do like the portrait mode when you're like tight on space. You can't fit two computers in landscape mode.
Gotcha.
You can just flip one into portrait.
You have yourself a wonderful evening too, Lori. I hope that you're getting plenty of rest. A group of refugees in California abandoned from Russia. Oh yeah, oh man, I could definitely understand that. Yeah, definitely with everything that's going on right now. That a lot of the artists, you know, musical and, you know, design, pictures, all the type of, you know, creative type of people would be getting the hell out of Russia. It's sad to hear about it, but you know, with all the Iron Curtain that they're building. Million Walmart has an LG 32-inch HDR 10 165 hertz monitor on Black Friday deal for 200. Nice, nice, Clyde. Yeah, no, I don't have that type of money. Nope. No, and I gotta count my pennies. So that, and I got Christmas coming up for the caveman too. So I gotta pull back on the groceries to save money for Christmas. Watch the TV PC on the 55-inch, playing the 32-inch on the game PC. Yeah, just the way that my desk is set up, the largest monitor I can fit underneath the cupboard section of the desk is 22 or 27-inch. Sorry, I have to look at it. All right, regular customer 20 of 31, whatever that means. Milestone.
31. Let's see.
I wonder what that milestone's for. Oh, I bet you it's for rental. Let me just take a look here. Yep, rent a machine. There we go. So I don't have to rent the machine anymore. I get 30% discount on renting machines if I ever rent. I always buy though.
Alright.
Oh, you can return.
Once you start getting enough money, you're just like, I'll buy.
Yeah, I'm at $10,457 right now. I'm good. I'm good. I think I can purchase.
And that's a mil. You said 10,000. The mil.
Oh, 10 mil. Sorry. Yeah. Hopefully a bit of CBD will let my legs calm down a bit. We're only 3% away from finishing. Yep. Why go through all that? Just hit control left or right arrow? Or what? What did I do? What did I mess up on? I know I probably messed up on something. What it was? I have no idea. And controller died again. That means I'm gonna have to get some new batteries shortly. You want to grab that one? I'll grab the next one. And I'll put it in the front if you want to put it in the back.
Yeah, I'll put this one across the way.
I get hung up on the building if I were to try.
Right. Didn't go high enough.
You think?
Yeah, sometimes it's like as I'm looking up, I'm going ahead and pushing on the, of course, I do keyboard. So as I'm looking up, I hit the forward on the boom arm.
Gotcha.
To move the we gotta remove everything.
Okay, I don't understand. The place made me buy 4 of these roof trusses here. I still have 3 left. Weird.
Yes, very
weird.
Unless somehow once we get done, it uses them, maybe?
Don't know. Oh, I know how to fix that though. I just go over to where was it? Jobs? No. Profile? No. Where is it? Warehouse. Here it is. In the warehouse, the goods issue, world. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. No worries. I'll just fast travel that to the main base. I can fix that up later. Dun, 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 dun. Looky, looky. Yeah. Need some more practice on ATS.
Right. Nope. Yeah, I haven't played ATS in a while.
Control left or control right?
So what?
Control left or right arrow will switch your monitor from PC to landscape. I'm sorry, from widescreen to landscape. Yeah, let's hear what the mayor's got to say.
It feels good to open this large shopping mall. We can receive many customers in the spacious halls, the stores offer a great variety of selections, and this significantly improves the quality of life in the district. Maybe we have to consider more parking spaces in the near future. But for now, it's truly a great success.
Almost wipe out in the chair.
Yep. Hey.
Nice. Shopping mall completed. Look at that. Sweet.
Yeah. And the churches are gone.
Huh. Weird. Yeah, alright, well, we'll take it. We'll definitely take it. Alright, so if I come over here to... Photo mode. See if I can get a decent thumbnail out of this. My sister be so proud of me that I didn't ask her for one. I can't say that. She's always down for sending me screenshots so I can make thumbnails out of it. Yeah, my sister is definitely a gamer. Call that good. Call that good. Go clickety click. There we go. I'll make a thumbnail out of that later on today. Oh, well, thanks for joining me, Little Mac. That was a lot of fun, dude.
No problem.
Yeah, I do plan on streaming tomorrow. What time? Once again, it's all going to depend on my sleep, folks. I do apologize for being inconsistent, but life just has that way sometimes. It just, having an issue sleeping and just nothing's going the way that I want it to. But good news is that the dental splint I got today is a perfect fit, thank goodness. Last time I went in to go get that done, the first one I got was perfect fit on the right, barely fit on the left, and I end up biting through the one on the left-hand side like 2 days after I got it. Went to go get the second one last week, and it was so deviated. It was trying to take two of my teeth on the right side and push them in opposite directions. That was not cool. And then went in today for the next newest one, and this one's heavily reinforced, and it fits perfectly. It's just, it feels like I'm wearing like a full-on mouth guard for boxing. But yeah, as always though, these awesome people here, thank you so much for being channel members. Like you, Little Mac, thank you for hanging out for so long. We got Ebo, Shane, Indigo, William, Carson, Spiderette, Little Mac, Devin, Any64, Sam, Jack, Bob, Lean Dirt, and Lone Crocodile. Now remember, I do update these 2 to 3 times a month, so if your subscription runs out and you renew it a couple days later, but you don't see your name up on there, it's because I've already updated the list. But when I did update the list, you hadn't resubscribed at the time, don't worry. When I come back to it, I usually do it on the 1st, the 12th, and the 25th of the month, around those types of things where I update it. So y'alls are amazing and awesome. Thank you all for watching. Thank you so much for all your likes, supports, and hanging out with me, keeping the chats live and going really well. Really do appreciate it. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Later, everyone.
Later.
I knew you were going to do that.